Good evening, everybody. It's David Schlotthauer here with a very important, urgent update on our historic winter storm for the southeastern Texas region, including for central and southern Louisiana, as this winter storm really gets going tomorrow afternoon. This is a live discussion update on the latest information in regards to how much snow are you going to see, how cold will those temperatures be, and we're now getting the wind forecast involved here. And then, of course, we will be looking at the Arctic temperatures because it's only going to get colder from here on out, especially for tomorrow morning and also for Tuesday morning. Going to be the coldest mornings of the entire work week. So let's get started here looking at the HRRR model on where this winter storm is going to develop and how is it going to all evolve. So this is for about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for Texas. And anything here in green is where we have the rainfall. This is a simulated reflectivity forecast made up by the model here. This is just a simulation. This is not actually what's happening yet. And then up here, we do have a little bit of snow that's going to be coming through portions of Oklahoma. That's not going to amount to a whole lot because it's just going to be kind of a hit and miss. It's going to come and it's going to go. But that's where your Arctic air is actually located. So as that moves further south, this is going to transition into freezing rain. So like if you are in Houston, Texas, the forebay over here, you're going to start off with rain once the precipitation starts. And then once it gets cold enough at the surface, not aloft, you're going to get freezing rain and ice accumulations. And you could see all the purple here. And this would be for 4 in the morning on Tuesday. And because of this, we will do... Man, my cough today. Because of this, we will have another morning update. Probably not tomorrow morning because it's inauguration day, but I will have an afternoon update tomorrow in a live stream format, most likely. And then we will have a morning update, of course, for Tuesday morning because people are going to want to tune into the video and see, okay, what's my forecast looking like? But you can see here on this model, there is going to be a lot of moderate to perhaps heavy freezing rain. All the purple on your screen illustrates where there is going to be freezing rain, and then the kind of the whatever that is, orange. Yeah, that's orange. Kind of the beige color, that is sleet. Okay, so sleet is different than freezing rain. Sleet is actually ice pellets falling from the sky. Okay, freezing rain is liquid water, but it freezes upon contact once it hits an object. So you can see where that's going to be. And this is going to make things really dangerous. So for your morning commute over Houston, Texas, in fact, you know what? We're going to do this because on exact location. So we're going to actually get radar Omega involved here. And this is for the same time frame. So this is 4 in the morning. So you can see Houston, Texas over here, Kingwood, Texas, Bayton, Texas City. That's where you're going to see the freezing rain and sleet accumulate. And then it's going to turn over to snow within a few hours after the freezing rain starts. And so by about the morning commute here, this would be about 7 in the morning. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good if you're in the Houston, Texas area. Watching this from Houston, Conroe, you're going to see light to moderate snowfall transitioning after the freezing rain and sleet have completed. And then Port Arthur here, yeah, you're going to see moderate to heavy snowfall. Now moving into Louisiana, this is going to escalate even more, especially for the latter part of the morning commute for like Lake Charles. Actually, this is in the middle of it. You're going to see moderate to heavy snowfall. We do have a camera over here, so if I happen to make a live or make a video, we'll probably be able to capture some snow on this camera because the video will be out. Actually, the video will be out at like 1:30 or so in the morning, so this is when it would probably be raining when I make that video. And then continuing, yeah, southern half of Louisiana is just going to get going to get a lot of snowfall, and some of this is going to be pretty heavy and steady. So any viewers that are watching this, Boomer, KC, all these viewers right here, all these little DSs, these are viewers that are subscribed to me. And yeah, we have a lot of people that are, I'm sure, watching this from Houston, Texas, from southern Louisiana, and you're looking at moderate to heavy snowfall. And this would be around noon. So around lunchtime on Tuesday, you're looking at some intense snowfall accumulations here. Macomb as well as Hattiesburg in Mississippi, the snow is going to start there at around about 11 in the morning, around noonish, and then it's going to get heavier. But if you are in Richland, I would say probably even in Richland, you could still get some snow, more than what the model is showing. But areas basically in southern Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama, that's where it's going to be the greatest chances for the heaviest snowfall. If you are in Gulfport, that's where you're looking at moderate to heavy snowfall throughout the rest of Tuesday. Now, on this model, interestingly, this is not going to escalate, actually. This is going to de-escalate a little bit. You can see some of the brighter blue colors. That indicates more lighter snowfall. But don't be surprised. This is a simulated forecast. This is 48 hours out. And so this is prone to significant changes with snowfall intensity over this area, because most of the models do indicate, at least up until this point where I've circled in black, right all in here is going to see the heaviest snowfall, possibly historic snowfall accumulations. Now, the reason why I say possible historically is because I don't want to say it will be historic and people expect it to be historic, and then I basically get called out for it. So we do need to be careful with our wording here, even so the title does say historic snowstorm likely. Likely can mean a couple of things here, just depending on where you're at. But I'll tell you right here, it's snowing all the way down towards Venice, as well as Port Sulphur. That's very far south, okay, along the Gulf Coast, very far south. And there is snow falling over the northern tier, the northernmost portion of the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, this is a tropical region, folks. Like, come on, like, this is incredible just to see this happening. And then this continues to move into, say, southern Georgia. And yes, over here, there will be ice, significant amounts of ice, perhaps. That's what the model is picking up on also. So let's get over to our NAM 3-kilometer model, because this is the HRRR only goes out to 2 days. So we are going to extend our reach. So this is loading in. Just give it some time to load all the way in. All right, so there we go. So as we go forward, this is the NAM 3-kilometer model. This is the 0Z run, by the way. So this is the very latest information. And yeah, southern Georgia, you can see the pink here. This is ice accumulation, sleet in the mix as well. And this is going to be a big problem, especially right about in here. So this would be, that is on Tuesday, so Tuesday night, it's going to be really, really bad. Lots of freezing rain, sleet accumulation. Valdosta, if you're in Thomasville, this would be about 11 p.m. on Tuesday, and then transitioning into Wednesday early morning. There is going to be a significant ice storm here, perhaps over Jasper, Florida, Madison, Florida. I mean, come on, we're talking northern Florida here. We're getting wintry precipitation, and it could get even further south depending on how long this precipitation can last for. Near Gainesville, Florida, we are talking wintry precipitation in the form of freezing rain. I mean, and there's been times, remember the recent winter storms that plagued this area? Yeah, you can barely find any freezing rain south of, say, St. Louis, Missouri. Well, there was quite a bit. But wintry precipitation only extend down here. This storm, it's going all the way down here into northern Florida. Yeah, northern Florida. That tells you that this air mass is going to be really, really, really cold in its wake. So that's why you need to brace yourself, folks, for very cold temperatures. And this is 60 hours out. So this goes all the way through 7 a.m. on Wednesday. And you can see where the wintry precipitation is going to be. So again, that rough timeline is we are looking at a lot of snow. Now the NAM is not so aggressive early on in the forecast. We'll see which one is more accurate, but I think given the snowfall totals, the HRRR seems to handle this a little bit better than the NAM is, but also the NAM is indicating more intense snowfall rates. That brighter blue there, kind of the grayish blue, that's very heavy snowfall accumulations over Lake Charles. And that, again, would be for early Tuesday morning. So brace yourself, folks. This is going to possibly be historic. This will be a rare snowstorm nonetheless. Very rare, once in a lifetime for a lot of you. Actually, in this sense, because it's once in a lifetime, this would be historic in that sense, but snowfall accumulation wise, it could end up being that way. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Big wintry mess down here in southern Texas. So let's take a look now at your snowfall totals, because the snowfall is going to be the thing with this. Okay, big time snowfall accumulations. So let's get down. You know what? The 10-1 ratio, yeah, it could apply actually. We can use a 10-1. Let's go to the HRRR model. Let's go to here. And as we can see, okay, that's not the latest model. Let's go to the 0Z right here. Here we go. So this is the 0Z run. And this is how much snow you can expect with this winter storm. Okay, so Pearland, so let me bring up my kind of inspector tool here. Sorry, my eyes are really itching today. So Pearland, Elvin, Texas City, around 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. Now that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but that is definitely significant accumulation. And then this is Houston, Texas, about 1 to 4 inches of snowfall accumulation, just depending on what model you actually look at. And then Port Arthur, around 5 inches. Bridge City, 5 inches. And then Lake Charles could get up to 6 inches of snowfall. This is where we would be seeing the most snow here, around 7 inches. This is the 10-1 ratio, where you can have locally higher rate. Actually, our ratios will be higher with this because we have a lot of cold air aloft that is going to be very deep. So don't be surprised if we do end up seeing up to 10 inches of snow in some of these areas. St. George in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, up to 7 or so inches of snowfall. If you live in New Orleans, you're looking at about 4 to 6 inches of snowfall accumulation with this winter storm. And then Poplarville, you're looking at about 5 inches. Hattiesburg, around 2 inches. And then the model doesn't go very far out here by this time, but it does show around an inch of snow is anticipated. Maybe a little over an inch along Dustin, Panama City, Pensacola, Florida with this. All right, now let's take a look at the NAM model, if it will let me. Come on. There we go. So let's take a look at our NAM 3-kilometer model, because this is the one that we are a little concerned about. So this is showing us locally higher snowfall totals, up to 8 inches here. If you're in Eltha in Florida, yeah, that's a lot of snow. Grand Ridge, even Panama City Beach, getting maybe a few inches of snow along the coast here. Santa Rosa Beach in Florida, up to 3 to 6 inches. Thomasville, 5 inches. And of course, the model doesn't go that far out at this time, so it's still rendering. Well, it's not rendering now because it goes only up to 60 hours. So this is the very last frame. So while there may not be, doesn't look like there will be a whole lot of snow here, I'm still anticipating about 1 to 4 inches of snow. Snowfall totals along southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina have come down notably, but we are still anticipating snowfall accumulations nonetheless. Something once in a lifetime. And then, of course, along Cape Hatteras, you're looking at about 4 inches of snowfall with this winter storm. All right, so it's specifically this area, okay, and I'm going to highlight this area. Right in here is where we could see historic snowfall accumulations, right where I circled in yellow. Historic doesn't need to be a foot. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime snowfall winter storm event for Louisiana and then maybe in southern Mississippi, but that is a lot more uncertain versus areas here in southern Louisiana where that winter storm warning is in effect. Now, not to mention, we are looking at serious snowfall accumulations. Just to go off topic really quick with our winter storm, lake effect snow is going to be absolutely mind-boggling significant. Actually, why? Okay, is this... Hold on a second. Let me open up Radar Omega again. This crashed on me. Lovely. All right, so let's bring this up and let's go out to 0Z. I guess it doesn't go out. Okay, there we go. Now it loaded in. Actually, okay, the NAM will go out further. So let's use the NAM. This is a little glitchy. So the NAM model shows pretty concerning snowfall totals, especially over right off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Big time snowfall or lake effect snowfall regions. Take a look at this. Okay, this is all the way through Wednesday morning, and look at how much snowfall could accumulate. So Silver Creek as well as Eden could see up to maybe 3 to 5 feet of snowfall. Yeah, I said that, 3 to 5 feet. And this is a 10-in-1 ratio. We're going to have serious high ratios with this because the air is going to be so cold over this area. So I'm assuming we will have at least 4 feet of snow. Silver Creek up to about 3 to 4 feet of snow in a matter of 60 hours. And look at this. This is near Watertown, New York, where we do have a live camera there. Look at these snowfall totals. 54 inches of snowfall anticipated with the lake effect snow coming off of Lake Ontario. Denmark, in New York. Adams, like seriously, 40 to 60 inches of snowfall in the 10-in-1 ratio. So that is going to lead to serious road travel, impossible road travel, maybe blizzard warnings locally in a few of these counties due to the lake effect snow. That's going to be serious. And then, of course, along the coast here of Lake Michigan, you're looking at around a foot of snow in the next 60 hours, all thanks to that colder air coming in and out of Canada. And when the wind is proper to the perpendicular to the wind direction and the lake, you get your most lake effect snow that typically sets up here. And that's the 10-in-1 ratio. That is pretty alarming. Let's actually go now and look at those snowfall totals in the Kachira, a different formula of looking at snowfall really quickly here. Let's go up here into the Great Lakes. Do we have Great Lakes? Yeah, we do. So actually New York, we will use the state of New York because that's where the heaviest would be. Yeah, look at some of these areas right here. This is mind-boggling. I've not seen this at all. 60 hours out. 60 hours out, folks. Some of these areas right in here, when you look at a different snow ratio, up to 83 inches of snowfall. 83 inches. Let's see here. 83 inches. That is like 6 feet, 7 feet. 83 feet. Yeah, that's 7 feet. That is 7 feet of snowfall in a matter of just 60 hours. That's how serious this lake effect snow might end up being. And when we look at the forecast radar, it's still snowing over the same areas. Look at this. Literally, you could have up to 10 feet of snowfall. Well, I shouldn't go that far. Up to 7 feet of snowfall by the time this is all said and done. Once it starts, which it hasn't started yet, man, that snowfall is going to really accumulate there. Really dump very heavily. All right, so that's the concern with this winter storm or with this Arctic air mass is as the air moves over these warmer lake waters, it is going to produce some very heavy snowfall accumulations. Okay, so let's take a look here at the COD, the college due page. This is my favorite because this is showing us that principle of what we're looking at. And let me go to... Okay, that's not going to work. Let's go to the full screen really quickly. So you can see these clouds right here forming over Lake Michigan. This is a great example of instability, atmospheric thermal instability, because you have colder air, okay, that is coming off of the continent, off of land, okay, and it's moving over these really relatively warm lake waters, right around 45 degrees the water temperature is right now. And you're putting an air mass that is in the negative territory over these lake waters. And so in order to warm up the atmosphere, you need to release heat off these waters and form clouds, and that's what you have. So as we see this, yeah, that's what lake effect snow looks like. So yeah, you might live here, depending on where you're watching this from, and you may be looking out. It's not cloudy at all. It's clear, stars are shining, but if you're right along the coast here, you're not going to see the stars at all. Instead, it's going to be a heavy snow that's going to come down instead. And some of these bands could contain snowfall rates in excess of 3 to 6 inches an hour. Okay, that's pretty serious when you think about it. And this also shows us, too, there is instability here, too. These convective elements over Michigan itself, telling us there is a lot of colder air coming in out of the north. Now, not only that, there's even more colder air coming out of the north here. Okay, and you can see some of these clouds. These are actually not clouds at all. This is a little bit of diamond dust over Saskatchewan and Manitoba, Canada. And what diamond dust is basically it's fog. Well, it's ice. It's an type of ice fog that forms, and the air is sparkly because the air is so cold. You get little glittering particles, and that's diamond dust. It's not literally diamonds floating in the air. It sparkles like diamonds, and that tells us that the air... And usually you need negative 30, negative 20 degree temperatures for that to form. And that's where the coldest air is right now. It's very cold up there as that Arctic air mass comes in. Actually, you know what? Let's actually take a look at the forecast here on our H-trip or on our NAM. Or not our NAM. On our European model. Actually, let's see. Actually, I'm going to use the European because it's the more generous model, because there are some models that go... Actually, see what the NAM or HRRR actually shows really quickly. This is okay, let's go to the 0Z run, because the Arctic air is going to be pretty substantial. All right, that's a huge heavy hitter news headline. So... yeah, so basically tomorrow morning, these air temperatures right here, let's play this through. Right in here, your air temperature is going to be as cold as negative 30 degrees. Okay, right now it's negative 20, negative 25 up there right now. It's going to continue to get colder overnight. And so when you think about this, the air temperature is negative 30, but when you factor in a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, your wind chill values are going to be deadly. Unsurvivable wind chills up here, as cold as you see here, negative 60 degrees in some of these areas. We got a negative 55, we got a negative 53. So all in here, okay, we'll have wind chill values as low as negative 55, negative 60 degrees. That is unsurvivable. You could have frostbite in as little as 1 or 2 minutes if you spend any time without adequate protection. That is, Wind chill values down here in, say, Indiana and Ohio, -10, -20 degrees. So that's really, really dangerous. Anything right in here for Monday morning is going to be serious. Wind chill values lower than 0 degrees in the areas that I've circled in black or outlined in black here. So please take serious precaution for tomorrow morning. And then this continues. This is actually going to escalate for lower latitude locations. So right now, the coldest air is more up here in the central and northern U.S. But as we go into tomorrow, or not tomorrow morning, but Tuesday morning, the wind chill values are going to sink even further south. So we got northern Texas that could have wind chill values here as low as -15 degrees. Wind chill values in Indiana as low as -30 degrees. Extreme northeast like New England could have wind chill values as low as -20 to -30 degrees too. While in the northern portion of the U.S., the wind chill values will ease a little bit. I think tonight's the lowest that those wind chills will get. And then they're going to come up a little bit tomorrow, but not necessarily the temperature. And that's because the winds will relax a little bit as our pressure gradient also relaxes. But still, all the way into Wednesday morning, wind chill values in the Great Lakes, the Northeast, and portions of the Northern Plains will be around -20, -40, possibly -50 degrees. But that would be, again, tonight for the Northern Plains, like the Dakotas, Minnesota, and then not as bad in the Great Lakes, but still pretty serious nonetheless. In fact, one area like Kalamazoo here could have wind chill values almost -30 degrees. You can even see how impactful the Great Lakes are with these temperatures, because right along the coast here, wind chill value of -9 versus on the other side, it's -30. And that's all because the lake waters, they actually warm up the air physically. As long as they're above, or as long as the water is in liquid form and it's not ice, because as long as it's water, it gives off latent heat versus ice has a much lower or higher albedo or lower albedo, that is, and that's going to help to reflect all the infrared heat or whatever heat is generated. It's not going to be able to get through that ice very well. So yeah, serious Arctic temperatures. I just hope that you're ready. It's been like this the last day or two, or last couple of days, and it's going to continue to be that way. Now, looking at the winter storm severity index, I forgot to move this tab over a little bit, so I'm kind of backtracking here. But yeah, this is a major impactful winter storm right in this area. Okay, the area that I've circled in black could have or will have major impactful wintry conditions, including road closures possible. This includes for the Houston metro area, specifically going to have the worst impact from the heaviest snowfall, the icy conditions, power outages, you name it. And then, of course, over here in Louisiana, going to have major impacts. I'm a little surprised they don't have a little magenta area here for extreme impacts. This continues into the southeast, like the Carolinas, into Georgia, where you have a minor to moderate impact of wintry-like conditions, okay, but not as significant as what it was going to be if it weren't for the downtrend of some of the models, but still looking at moderate impacts. And actually, up here, this could get updated, especially for southeastern Georgia, northern Florida. Because of that icy condition, we could have moderate to major impacts in subsequent outlooks. Because we're about 3 days-ish, a little over 60 hours out. So this will probably uptrend significantly as we get closer. All right, so I think that covers the briefing side of things. And now we're just going to get to your questions. And we're going to take this a lot longer tonight because a lot of you do have questions. I did want to mention as well... I want to thank you all for sharing my latest video. We have over 1,000 shares on that video from this morning, which allowed it to reach over 140,000 people. So I do appreciate the support The shares just been incredible. The word really getting my word is getting out there to a lot of people, and I'm just blessed that we're able to spread the information that is needed, because for one, this is once in a lifetime event, and secondly, snow plows, a lot of residents are not ready for this. Even so, you are prepared. I mean, infrastructure, just the whole everyday life is not dependent on this very much. If you had this up in the northern plains, this would not be a very serious winter storm, because a lot of you in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas, and even the Great Lakes, you're used to this. But something down here, this is, it is significant. Now, in terms of intensity, it is not particularly life-threatening. We're not looking at 2 or 3 feet of snowfall, but geologically speaking, it's really far south. I mean, we are talking about areas that don't see snow maybe once every 25, maybe once every half of a century, seeing snow like this. And this is a concern. How will people respond to this? Snow plows, will they be able to keep up on the roads because of how much snowfall accumulates here? This is a concern, and I'm most concerned about densely populated areas, because as you can see here, all these little dots right here. So, Magine Me, Flex a Cat, Chase McLean, Laughing Out Loud, that's his name, DJ the Broke, lives over here. We have, who else do we have? Cabine, Sheest T in Galveston. So all these right here are viewers of mine that are subscribed and watching this right now. And we got the Reaper, we got JD on YouTube, and then way over here we got TLME, something like that, in Cameron, Louisiana. Okay, that goes to show you that this is densely populated, all right, and the snow is going to be pretty serious. Before that all happens, you're going to have to deal with the ice, and there is going to be a lot of ice accumulation that could lead to power outages. And this happening in a very densely populated area, this is no bueno for sure. This is serious, beyond serious, okay? What's up, Easy? What's up? How are you doing? Yeah, East Tennessee got hammered this morning with ice and snow. Yeah, definitely with that nor'easter. And that nor'easter is actually up over here now. Lots of snow coming down. In fact, if we take a look at Doppler radar, it's snowing pretty good. It is snowing really good right now in Brunswick in Maine, Waterville, Augusta in Maine, getting some pretty good snowfall at this moment. Boston, boy, it is snowing pretty good there. Newton, as well as Framingham there, Worcester getting snow. Fortunately, this nor'easter is departing, so it's now moving out of Boston here in the next few hours, and then the rest of this is going to go into Maine, where it is snowing pretty good. And we have even radar sites in Nova Scotia getting rain there already, and then Fredericton getting snow, Woodstock getting snow there right now. So yeah, serious snowstorm going on. That nor'easter that we've been forecasting is panning out as what models thought. And that was a pop-up storm. Literally a few days ago, it was not going to look like, it's not going to be all that bad, but it really has uptrended in the last few days leading up to the event. So that's why we do these updates very often. I know it sounds like, man, and I'm sure a lot of you are probably tired of getting my notifications because I've been uploading like twice a day repetitively. But there has been the amount of changes in the modeling, the forecast. We do have to do that, And also, my adrenaline has been really high to the point that all I could really focus in on is keep you all updated. And that's what keeps me happy. That's what keeps my mind going, or otherwise I would just be kind of sleepy or whatnot. So I want to say thank you guys for keeping me awake, because I do love keeping you all updated. By the way, I wanted to tell you all that we are literally 105 subscribers away from 40,000. So if you all have not subscribed yet to the channel, sorry, you're probably going to hear a lot of this in this live stream just until we get to 40,000. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please consider doing so. Hitting the like button, sharing this, and hitting the bell icon as well, all right? Because, boy, that benchmark is 50,000, halfway to 100,000. And sorry to just keep on reminding you all. I don't like doing that. That's not what this stream is all about. I've been actually planning on live streaming for the last couple of days for today's winter storm. So, yeah. So thank you all for subscribing. Now we're only 95 subs away from that. Now 93 subs up, and now we're 88. Now we're 88 subscribers away. So thank you all for that. I love you guys. I really do. Actually, I'll keep the number up here just temporarily. In fact, you know what? Okay, yeah, I can't move it onto the side panel. Actually, yeah, there we go. As long as I don't click on Radar Omega, we should be fine. So, yeah. 40,000, it's not a huge benchmark, but hey, you know what? It's always good to hit your tens of thousands, right? You know, when you did this in high school, or, you know, your fractions and your tens, your ones, tens, thousands, you know, this is your thousands dominator, right? Your thousands group, then your hundreds, then your tens. The tens is always 2 digits, and then your ones are like 8, 9 are your ones. So that would be 39,000 cubes, actually. That's what it would be. That would be squared cubes. All right, so any questions? We love you too. Thank you, Oklahoma Twister. Yeah, and 40 is a big number. It really is, but 50 is. 50 is even a bigger number because it's halfway there to 100,000. Will this forecast continue to change? I think it's pretty much solidified at this point. Maybe made a -1 or maybe plus or minus 1 or 2 inches is the extent of this over Louisiana. As far as what the models are showing, in fact, if we go over and look at the European, it's actually more aggressive. Sorry, I took the sub away. The sub number away. We'll be back here in a little bit. Let's go down here to the southeast because that's where we have the most snowfall. Yeah, so like here in Louisiana, the European is a little more aggressive than the HRRR. Let's actually go over here to New Orleans. New Orleans. Okay, there we go. So you can see here on this map, there is isolated areas, yes, up to about 10 inches. This is the Kachira accumulation right here. So we're kind of in between the Kachira and 10 and 1 ratio snowfall totals. We're looking at about a 14 to 15 ratio on this. 14 to 1, 15 to 1 ratio. So that's why we're kind of sticking in between. We're looking at about maybe 6 to 10 inches of snowfall right in this area. And again, you might think that 7 inches, dude, why are you calling this historic? 7 inches. Ugh. Once every 50 years in modern records. I mean, that is rare to see. 50 years ago, it was 1975, I believe, right? If my math serves correctly. 1975, that's a long time. That's the late 1900s, almost late 1900s. Let's just say this, I wasn't born until 1995, so if we had another snowstorm like this, it happened before I was even born. So it goes to show you, 50 years doesn't seem very long, but for a lot of the people that have been around for maybe 80 or 90 years, once in a lifetime. I'll tell you that right now. So, this is a big storm, you guys. Yes, GFS model just came out. What does the GFS model show? Let's see. Yeah, see, it's showing even 10 inches. So this actually has downtrended just a little bit, but still showing about the same amount. Now, a really neat practice when looking at models like this is your high-res or your global models really don't matter a whole lot. The GFS is not really a super high-res model, so it is higher resolution than what it was like, say, 25 years ago, but it has its limitations, all right? And so even so it does say maybe 8 to 10 inches of snow, exact amount. That's why we will look at the high-res models, and they have a different picture. So like the HRRR, if we look at that model, you can see it has about 11 inches, and look where it's snowing versus, well, let's look at the GFS. A lot lesser snow down here. It's because it has a hard time resolving things on a finer scale because it's not a meso model. It's a global computer model that looks at the entire globe. What about the European model, you might be asking? The European model, more similar to the HRRR, showing, again, that that dividend of heavier snowfall right off the Louisiana coast. And again, that's 6 inches of snow falling there. But the majority of this is where people live, and that's why we are concerned about a historic snowstorm. But yeah, all I gotta say is if you do want to go out in this, I would recommend walking out in it than driving, all right? You could enjoy it right in your backyard. Literally, just get a chair, sit down, and just feel the snow falling, right? Because this is the only snowstorm you're going to see probably for the foreseeable future. Most likely, I don't see anything more significant than this for the rest of the forecast period going all the way into early February. So, yes, once in a lifetime snow event for the southeastern Texas, for Houston, Texas. I am very sure there will be a lot of reports of spinouts, a lot of accidents. I don't want to say that, but that's reality because people are not prepared. There will not be people prepared for this. Most people hopefully will be, but there's always that fraction. There's always that 10, maybe 20% of the population that is like, I did not know it snowed today. You did not know, you know? So that is why we really got to get this out to a lot of people. And I'm just thankful that my last video got out to 130,000 people because those 130,000 people now know about what's going on. So, oh, we got 1,000 people watching. Congratulations. Yes, we do have 1,000 people watching. So if you have not liked the stream yet, please consider doing so. And also like the subscribe to the channel. We're literally 40 subscribers away from 40,000, folks. 40,000. Birmingham, Alabama. So Birmingham, let's go to that. And since we do have our snowfall forecast on the HRRR, we will refer to this as our snowfall forecast. So how much snowfall will you see? Now, of course, some of this, if you're giving me something for the southeast, I'm going to simply say it's going to be about a 2 to 4 inch range of snow that is anticipated. So snowfall for Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, oh my goodness. Birmingham, Alabama, not going to see any snow at all according to the HRRR model. maybe a dusting at most, but that's not going to be very impactful at all. Yeah, if you don't have to come out, please stay home. I do agree. DFW ice risk. The risk for ice in Dallas is nearly zero. Let's take a look at the ice accumulation in accretion, and there is no ice concerns at all. Not much snow at all, according to this model. The European model has also downtrended on that, but we cannot rule out maybe a dusting or a flurry of snow in Dallas for a brief few minutes, all right? You probably won't even notice it. You won't even know it's snowing because it's probably going to be so light. But it's really going to be down here in the southeastern Texas, where there could be up to about 0.05 of an inch of ice accumulation, which is enough to cause some problems on roadways, especially trees, sleet. It's kind of a little uncertain on how much ice will accumulate, but we're thinking about that much. If there is any more, though, we can have some power outages and some issues with that. But it's definitely going to be a Snowmageddon storm for the Houston, Texas area. That's our concern. Destin, Florida, or Destin? Is that? Oh, Destin. Okay, I did say Dustin, Florida, but it is Destin. So Destin, Florida, you're going to get roughly about 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. That is my forecast for Destin, Florida. Now, of course, where this exactly sets up, I mean, you're not very far north of that rain snow line. So it's going to be a very wet snow that comes down. And so therefore, while there's going to be 3 to 5 inches of snow, it may not stick very well. So you might end up with so I call it relative accumulation versus absolute accumulation. So absolute means like without melting the snow, how much will you get? But in relative sense, you'll probably see about 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulating on the ground. Detroit, Michigan. So Detroit, Michigan is not going to see any accumulative snow over the next 2 days. That Arctic air is in place, and so you're going to have very little. Actually, you'll see a little bit of snow, so I would say about an inch or so, but like it is not looking that significant. Anything in the convective state of things, you might see maybe an inch or two, but it is not going to accumulate. Now, if you're asking that question from Watertown, New York, my opinion on that is entirely different. You might see a foot or more of snow, and nearly few miles southward, you could see up to 7 feet of snowfall in the next 60 hours. And I'm not lying. I am not lying. Look it up on Weather Bell. In fact, if we go up there really quickly, you'll see with what I mean by 83 inches of snowfall. Yeah, 83 inches, folks. Look at that snow accumulating, and this is on the Euro, which, by the way, the European model over the next 6 days does show 40 inches of accumulation. But when we extrapolate this to our high-res models, there you go. That's why we always use high-res models, because it may snow a lot here, but then a few miles southward, you might get only an inch. So really location dependent here, but yeah, Buffalo, New York, Watertown, New York here. Wow. I mean, 80 plus inches of snowfall. That is 7 feet of snowfall in 60 hours in 2.5 days. 2.5 days. Atlanta, the Peach State. That's what it is. So the Atlanta, Georgia area. Let's see how much snow you're going to see. And we're just going to actually use the European model because some of the high-res models don't go out that far. And those are subject to changing. So the Atlanta, Georgia area, you're looking at about an inch to maybe a few inches of snowfall. Now, roughly, I'm still thinking about 2 to 3 to maybe 4 inches of snowfall here in southern Georgia in the mix of that sleet and snow and freezing rain, and then maybe up to maybe briefly 5 inches in some of these areas like Wilmington, North Carolina. But compare that just to last night's or yesterday's model runs, things have decreased notably in the modeling, but still looking at that snow to travel southeastward. Orange, Texas. Okay, Orange, Texas. Let's go to Orange, Texas. Now, if I'm careful enough, I will not click away off this map because I want to just see how many people actually are coming in and watching. All right, so Orange City. Okay, Orange. I don't think there's Orange, Texas. There is Orange, Texas, I guess. Yeah, there is. So Orange, Texas, you're looking at about 7 inches of snow. You're looking at around 7 inches of snow for sure. Yeah, not so orange, right? It should be called White, Texas. White, Texas, get it? Houston, Texas, you're going to see around 3 to 6 inches of snow. Fort Walton, Elizabeth City, North Carolina. So Elizabeth City, North Carolina, let's see. Brownville, Texas. I'll get to Brownville, Texas. Again, if you guys are new to the channel and you're enjoying the information that I'm providing you, please don't forget to subscribe. Road to 50K, the benchmark. So, yeah, nothing going on in the next 48 hours over that area. But when we do look at the European model, you are looking at around about 1 inch of snow. Okay. Montgomery, Alabama. So Montgomery, Alabama is also not going to see a whole lot of snow out of this. Possibly only about 1 to 3 inches at the most with this winter storm. All right. Hammond, Louisiana. Hammond, Louisiana. Let's go to that. So Hammond, Louisiana, you're going to see about 4 to 6 inches. About 4 to 6 inches is what my estimates are based on the duration and intensity of snowfall. Is what I'm thinking. All right. Fort Walton. Sorry if there's so much questions coming in. And again, this is good. I love you guys. Thank you for asking your questions. Thank you for asking your questions. So Fort Walton, let's see where Fort Walton is. Fort Walton, Florida. Yay, you're right there in Destin. So Fort Walton, you're looking at about 1 to 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of snow according to the Euro. Okay, until we get more data in on our NAM, or actually, maybe our NAM has enough in there. Yeah, see, this is not really picking up a whole lot. Versus this model is, so it's kind of a tightrope. I would say about 1 to 4 inches of snow. By the way, share this, get the word out to your friends and family with this winter storm, because this is history in the making, folks. Port Arthur, Texas. Oh my goodness, a lot of people. Okay, Houston, Texas, you're looking at about 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you're looking at about 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. Bridge City, Texas. Bridge City, Texas. Galveston, by the way, Galveston, Texas is looking at a lot of snow too. Not going to last in duration as much, so maybe a few inches of snow there is all you're going to see. So let me go over to... Okay. Sorry, it might take me a little while to get to your question because question demand is really high right now. So you're looking at about 2 to 4, maybe actually 3 to 6 inches of snowfall in Opelousas, man. In Louisiana language. Who speaks Louisianian? Charleston, West Virginia. Wait, there's a Charleston in West Virginia. Never knew that. Now I know. So Charleston, West Virginia. Not looking at a whole lot. Anything remaining, you'll probably see maybe another inch or 2 of snowfall. Jasper, Florida. Jasper, Florida. That is really far south. Let's go to that. Okay, Jasper, Florida. So yeah, Jasper, Florida, you're going to see mostly ice, maybe about an inch of snow, but there is going to be a ton of ice. Around 1/10 of an inch, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch, enough to lead to a lot of power outages. That's what most of the models are still indicating. Conway, South Carolina, snow. Let's go to Conway, South Carolina. So Conway is... That town sounds like it should be in northern tier, like in Canada. Conway. It just has that, like Norway, Conway. So you're looking at about 3 inches of snow. 3 inches of snow. Gulfport, Mississippi. You're in Gulfport, Mississippi. You are looking at about 4 to 6 inches of snow. Beaumont, Texas. So Beaumont, Texas, you are looking at... Let's go to Beaumont, Texas. Thanks for the patience, folks. If you have asked me your question like 4 minutes ago, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through all these. Beaumont, Texas, you are looking at about 3 to 5 inches. Actually, about 4 to 7 inches. For about 4 to 7 inches. Norfolk, Virginia, about a couple of inches or less. Dave Lister. Grady, North Carolina. Oh my goodness, chat is going insane. Love you guys. I love you guys. If you love me so much from your heart and soul, please subscribe to the channel. Since I'm doing you a favor, you got to do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button and hitting the bell icon. So that area in just south of Norfolk, you're looking at about 1 inch or 2. Etah, Alabama. Or Utah. That's a weird town name. Yeah, you're looking at about 1 inch or 2 of snow. Yeah, you're looking at about 1 inch or 2. Not a whole lot. Tyler, Texas, snow, about 1 inch or less. Bryce, but given the slight uncertainty, I would say about 1 inch. Plus or minus. Mobile, Alabama, 4 to 5 inches of snowfall. Austin, Texas. That's where my uncle lives. By the way, Uncle Steven, if you're watching this right now, you're looking at about 1 to 4 inches of snowfall in your area. I was down there in April, and it's hard to believe it snows. It snows down there. It was muggy and is uncomfortable. And I was there for the severe weather. Hallelujah. Exciting stuff. Oh my goodness. A lot of questions. Elvin, Texas. Elvin and the Chipmunks. We'll do that. So Elvin, Texas, you are looking at, based on my estimates, let's see here. You're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. About 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Ufala. And these weird names. I mean, who could name these all? All right, so Ufala. You're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall in Ufala, Alabama. Monroe, North Carolina. I think there's another Monroe somewhere. I recognize that name. Oh, maybe it's just in North Carolina. So Monroe, North Carolina. Let's take a look at that. You're looking at about 1 inch or 2 of snowfall. Wilmington, North Carolina, about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Houston, Texas, 3 to 5 or maybe even 6 inches. Destin, Florida. Again, I just said Destin, Florida, about 2 inches of snowfall is anticipated. Burton, Texas. Burton, Texas. Let's go to Burton, Texas. So Burton, Texas, you are looking at, you're looking at about 1 to 4 inches of snowfall. 1 to 4 inches. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Oh, there is a Monroe, Louisiana. I go figure. Go figure. I thought there was another Monroe. Fayetteville, North Carolina. So Fayetteville, North Carolina, you are looking at about a couple of inches of snowfall in that area. Gray, Louisiana. Okay, someone said Church Point, Louisiana. Maybe not. Or maybe yes. That question was probably retracted. I don't see it here. Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is. PayPal me. What's up, PayPal me? How are you doing? I love using PayPal for a lot of stuff. It makes things much easier. So Church Point, Louisiana, you are looking at about 7 to maybe 9 inches. 9 inches. Let's go, David. 40,000. Oh my goodness, we are very close. We are 30 subscribers. No, wait, we're 20 subscribers from 40,000. Thank you guys. By the way, once I do hit 40,000, everybody literally spam it in the chat. I swear, spam it in the chat. That's the only time you could spam 40,000. Just say, David, you are 40K, David, congrats. All right, do something like that. Because I'm concentrating on getting to people's questions, and I'm not even looking at the sub number right now. Gray, Louisiana. Let's go. Okay, Berth asks me that. Gray, Louisiana. That's gray. It's bold. It's boring. Gray. So Gray, Louisiana is... Maybe it comes from Bill Gray, right? So that's southern Louisiana. You're looking at about 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Oh my goodness. Oh, someone said congrats. I'll wait for the majority of the viewers to say that. Oh, no. There they come. There they come. Before we get that, though, Georgetown, Texas. I know I'm already a little pumped for that, but we got to continue doing what we do here. So Georgetown, Texas. About 1 inch or 2 of snowfall because well, actually, you know what? You know what? You're looking at about a few inches. Yeah, you're looking at about a few inches. Wow, everyone is saying 40,000. So I must be at 40,000. What's our confidence level that we're at 40,000, folks? What's our confidence level? Are we actually at 40,000? You guys are the computer models. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, someone said I'm 39.9. Refresh. I am at 40,000. So, hooray. Thank you, Kevin Elguerio, for the member. I do appreciate that. You got a sub from me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, Wilson. We're a traffic light right now. We're a traffic light. So the light is red. Okay, so that's Milgenville, something like that. Milgenville in Georgia. Man, you know what? I love you guys asking me these questions about snowfall totals because now I know where these locations actually are now. Now I know. By the way, we are going to do a 40,000... We're going to do a 40,000 subscriber location request special, which means if you want to be part of the Radar Omega location finder, please let me know, okay? But that area, you're looking at about a couple of inches of snow near Macon and right actually in Blandy. So that whole area, you're looking at about a couple of inches or two. Yeah, I I can confirm I am at 40,000 right there. It's hard to tell. Yeah, your camera can't pick it up, but I am at 40,000. So if you see 39.9, refresh the web page, your web page on your end, or exit out of YouTube and just put it back on. That's what I do. Utah. Utah is not going to get a whole lot. Okay, so who wants to be added to the map, by the way? Who wants to be added to the map? On the custom locations. So let me go over to the Radar Omega tab. Right here, I have it on. I don't think anyone does this on their stream, so this is unique. So you can see all the locations that I have, and we have 28 locations remaining. 28. Will you be one of the 28 locations? All right. So if you want your location, we're going to have to slow it down a little bit so I'm able to fill in everyone's location. So I'm going to start with Lisa. Okay, so Vimeo. So you're in Houston, Texas. So let me add you to that location. Okay. Yeah. YouTube subscribers. This is a list that I need. Add location. Click by selecting on the map. So we are just going to say, I'm just going to put anywhere in Houston, Texas, just because it is so big. So I'm going to just put in... Okay, where is... Oh my gosh, all the names here are really hard. Okay, I think Houston is right here. So I'm going to put you in Vimeo to the location. And this is personal connections too. So like that way I can keep an eye if there's severe weather, if there's a hurricane coming your way, we know who's going to be impacted by this. That's my personal love and joy to give to you guys. That way I can, like, people that now are watching this I know who is watching this likely because we have them on the list. All right, so let's go down the list here. Oh my goodness. Noonan, Georgia, Sandy. That's coming from Sandy. So I'm hoping I can get everyone's name on here because everyone is requesting all at once. Oh, no, I don't want that. No. Let's go down to here. Let's go to add location. We're going to use using search because there we go. And Sandy is there. So that's where she lives, or he or she lives. So she lives, actually. So now your name is on the list. It's hard to see, but see the little DS, the little dot right there? That basically says that's where you're at. Not where you're at in real time, but it's a static location. All right. Someone requested earlier on top. No, they didn't. I got you, Chase. You're good. Psychopathy said Dorthan Bama. I really hope I can get as many people in here. Okay, no. So that's... Actually, you didn't give me a city name, so we'll have to skip that. Okay, let's go down here. Okay, Dorthan, Alabama. Good, you sent me that. All right. That makes it easier. Make sure you put your... Okay, come on. Let's work here. Yeah, make sure you put in your city, or the city and state. Or town, city, or metropolitan area. That way I know exactly where, you know. Because if you just give me, like, one, like, wherever that is, and it's going to be hard for me to add it there. Okay, so you're in Dorthan, so we are good on that. So let's see here. Sugar Land, Texas. Add me, please. Keisha, yes. Oh, by the way, thank you for the Okay, you know what? Coral Springs, Florida. We're doing that first because that guy just sent me $20. Thank you for the $20 donation. Sorry if I breezed through it and I just did not acknowledge it. So, and that is coming from Jeremiah Connor. Or Comer, yes. Jeremiah Comer for the $20 donation. So that's where he's at. Okay, so let me add Sugar Land, Texas now. Sorry if I skip over your request. I am so sorry because chat is moving a little on the brisk side. So sorry about that. Sugar Land, Texas, and this is coming from Keisha. Keisha E. All right, 23 spots remaining. 23 more spots remaining. All right. Lexington, North Carolina. Misty Shelby. Misty Shelby is asking that. North Carolina, let's go to there. Okay, and we will add another one. So let's add Dayton. Matthew, you're saying Dothan, Alabama. I know you were spamming. Sorry if your comment was removed. I got you, though. Matthew, yeah, please don't spam a whole lot, all right? Because moderators are there to do their job, and they will be happy to delete the message if it's access. So we have 21 spots remaining. Let's see here. Bayton. So Bayton what? Capped Toki. You got to give me a city. Or you gave me the city. You just need to give me the state. Thank you, Brian Amos, for the $5 donation. Love you so much. Mobile, Alabama. Let's see. You're just east of Raleigh, North Carolina. I guess that counts, Andrew. I will add you to the list. But you need to give me an exact city, town that you're in, okay? That way I can keep you on there. Actually, what that was a... Okay, you're in Raleigh. I'll just say you're in Raleigh. Sorry if it's not exactly accurate because that's what the system detected it as. Fredericksburg, Charlotte, North Carolina. So we are going to probably end up using up this whole list. Sorry if you guys are looking at it. We'll get to more questions on the weather here in a second. Let's just add all of these in here, though. Charlotte, North Carolina, and then that's from Ethan Burgles. Add location, search again. Let's see. Suey is in Alabama. Please, if we have anyone else there, shouldn't be a problem. All right. I don't want to duplicate city areas in the same area. All right. So thank you for the $5 donation. Fredericksburg, Virginia. Oh, wait, we didn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. I skipped right over you, bud. User with their ID. I don't know even that user. Okay, Cabasas, something like that. We have 17 remaining. All right, Rockingham, North Carolina. So let's go to Rockingham, North Carolina. Okay, let's go to another one. Pick me, Scottsboro, Alabama. Larry, yes, I got you. I got you. So if there's a hurricane, winter storm in a given area, your name will be on the streams from here on out. So that way I know that, oh, Larry's about to get a tornado. Holy moly. Or so-and-so, you know? So this does help out a lot. Not just with me, but with you too. So Leon, Savannah, Georgia. Let's go to Savannah, Georgia. Sorry if this is boring you all a lot, but I did ask for for the location. So we only have 14 remaining. Oh, $50 donation. Thank you, Napoleon, North Dakota. Congratulations, David. Thank you so much. Napoleon, North Dakota. That's from Nix. Oh, Nixie Nax. Boy, it must be very cold up there, bud. I hope you're staying really warm. And yes, if someone does send a super chat, they are seniority based. So I will skip over anyone's location request and go to theirs first. So, yeah. So now, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hey, there's a David. Hey, what's up, David, in the chat? Oh my goodness, we are going to literally use up the list. I think we're going to use up the list. All right, so Lumberton, North Carolina. Let's do this. Paste. Oh, that's right there. Largent Jackson. That's his name. Geez Louise, we are 11 remaining, so this is really good. 9 more spots, people. 9 more spots. Don't be shy. If you want your list, if you want to be part of the streams here, kind of sponsoring you a little bit. Yeah. Warner Robins, Georgia. Omaha, Nebraska. Sorry about. Oh, I did skip over you. Sorry, bud. Yeah, see. So I just breezed past them. I got you. Though. I got you. Spindleless 79. Spindleless 79. Okay, so Pinehurst, North Carolina. Man, this is amazing, you guys. I love you guys. You guys are like family to me. So, oh shoot. Did I add that? Oh, I did add that twice. Oops. Do not want to do that. Do not want to do that. I added you already. I added you, Jamie, twice. Oh my goodness. That's how fast I'm going. I'm trying to get all of these out so the spots fill up. So you can't request. Wait, did I get Brittany? Did I get you, Brittany? I don't think I did. Did I? I don't think I did because I don't see you on here. I want to make sure you are not on there. Okay, perfect. See, I'm bouncing around to different locations. Fayetteville, I got you, David. I got you already. You're right on the list. So I got you in already into the system. Union Grove, Alabama. That's Doug. You're probably requesting a location. So yeah, if you're in Tornado Alley, Winter Weather Alley, Hurricane Alley, whatever it is, anything that goes on in the weather department, I've got you. Yeah, there's Union Grove. So you are on the list, bud. You are right here. What's up, David? Another David in the chat. Man, this is Shannon. Okay, thank you for the 5. That was not a location request. Largent Jackson, thank you for becoming a Category 1 supporter. Jennings, Louisiana. Okay, so Jennings, Louisiana. Brian is requesting that. Sorry if I skip over your location. I am terribly sorry. This is not easy. This is not easy to do repeated searches. So once we get all these in, though, there's 6 more spots. 6 more spots remaining. 6 more spots. Auburn, Alabama. There's a lot of Auburns. I'm amazed by that. There's a lot of Auburns. So Versilia Cobb is requesting that. So here it is. 5 more remaining. 5 more remaining, people. Lau Gray. Lau Gray is asking. All right. Can I donate a penny? If you wish, it's up to you. If you guys want to donate, support the channel, that's totally up to you. That's all on your finances, not mine. So if you want to support, that's up to you, 100%. Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful is requesting a location. Brownsville, Texas. Woo! Right on the border. How about that? Right on the very border. Probably the one and only location that's not going to see a whole lot of anything significant. Okay. Dawson, New York. Titus, 74, is requesting a location. Beep, 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 beep. 2 locations left. 2 locations left. Add. Okay, Joe G says that. I'm going to see if I could get a second list started, but that will be for another stream. That will be for another stream. I don't think I can, though. Hockley, Texas. Okay, Flex. I got you. Flex the cat, I got you in already into the system. Sandman, okay. So that is going to be Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. So therefore, I'm going to have to go based on clicking on the map because there is more than one person over there in Mobile, Alabama. So that is right about in here. So I'm just going to add you in general to that location. So you're just kind of a cluster. 0 remaining. I don't know if I could add one more. Brian Amos. Brian Amos. Let's see. Nope. You must upgrade to add more locations. So I cannot add any more. So that's all I could add. That is all I could add. Unfortunately. So if you're on the list, if you weren't on the list, let me see, though, if I could add. I'm not going to do it tonight, though. Let me see if I could add a list settings. Shoot. Can I add another? Okay, hold on. Sweet. Yes, I can do it. I could actually do it. So, oh, you know what? No, I can't. 0 locations remaining. Yep, I cannot do it. Darn it. I cannot do it. So, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yep, there is over 170 people that have requested locations. It's amazing. It is amazing. I don't know if it's I have the highest tier, so I don't think I could upgrade any further. I think this is the highest tier I have. But yeah, we do have a lot of locations, a lot of people already. A lot of people watching down here. So this is good because a lot of people are in Florida. A lot of people are down here that are watching me. So I'm blessed and happy to add you all, but I'm sorry if you were requesting a spot from Shreveport or Monroe. I cannot add any more locations. I can try one more time, but it's going to tell me the same thing. Warning, you must upgrade to add more locations. So I cannot add any more. That's Radar Omega for you. All right, so any questions about snowfall totals? If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. We are already up to 40,050. Could we hit 40,000.1? Let's do it, folks. We got this. We're only an hour and 25 minutes in, so I'll probably end it at the 2-hour mark or so. Show the weather. Yes, I am showing the weather since we have all of our locations in the system, in the computer, so we're all good. But yeah, a lot of people down here are definitely getting smacked by snow. That is a guarantee. This is crazy. I mean, Houston, Texas, Flex a Cat. And I do have you on here, Chase, correct? I hope I do. Do I not? I think I do have you. If I don't, how could I not have you on here? But that's fine. I already know you're in the Houston area. Oh, you're in Cyprus. Okay. Maybe it is buried down in there. Yeah, see, it is buried down. They disappear. So I'll have to really zoom in. Cypress, Texas. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right there. You were hiding. Your location was not popping up for me for some reason. So there it is. Tallahassee, Florida. So Tallahassee, Florida, you're going to get snow for sure. You're going to get about 1 inch or 2 of snow. Well, fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. But I do appreciate the support, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for the donations. We're almost up to $100, so thank you very much. Which, by the way, I am upgrading my office tomorrow. I am adding more lighting to make it more modern and more warm in here instead of a kind of a darkish looking background. I already got my winter theme going, though. Look at the lights up there. Got the winter, historic winter storm colors out. Blue, it's blue, white, dark blue, pink, and red. And that's what I have. Yeah, winter. Exactly. Once I get the extra lighting, I'll be able to customize that through Groovy. And it's got a software installed to where I could link it to an app. I forgot what app I can link it to, but if there's like a tornado warning, I can hit something and it actually flashes red. I'm going to see if I can get that to work. Is Southeast Iowa ever going to see snow? You're asking the same question like I am from California. Is it ever going to rain in California? So in Iowa, let's see. Let's see what our models are telling us. So in Iowa, you might get a little bit of a flurry, but not a whole lot of accumulation. It's going to be snow lackluster over there. In fact, you are not seeing any snow at all for the foreseeable future. Not anything at all on the European model. In fact, if you get any snow, you're only getting 1 inch or less. like a snow hole right here. Just not much going on with winter weather. Even in California, it is. Look how dry it is supposed to be. 0 inches of rain for California over the next 15 days, and there's extreme fire danger in California expected. 100-mile-an-hour Santa Ana winds again tomorrow. 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts for Southern California. And get this, if you think that is really dry, relative humidities, folks. You want to hear this? 100, not 100, relative humidities for SoCal tomorrow, as low as 1%. As low as 1%. Dew points, negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Daytime temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. That is the driest I have ever seen it. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah, it's supposed to be the rainy season in Southern California, I know. It's BS. It really is. Sorry for my language if that came across as, But yeah, look at how dry the air is going to be for Southern California. I mean, this is just terrible. Like, look at 2% in some areas, 1%. I mean, look how dry this is. I mean, very dry. Very, very dry. 2%. And the dew points, look how low the dew points are going to be. Negative 40 degree Fahrenheit dew point temperatures. And your air temperatures are going to be in the 50s during the overnight hours. And then during the day, it's going to be a lot warmer, but the air is going to be so dang dry. Look at this. All is brown. Yeah, you get a fire in this environment, it is going to explosively grow. It is going to grow explosively. So that is the big concern. Extreme, probably historic fire danger at this point for Southern California. Yeah, again, thank you, Nix, for the $50 donation. I do appreciate the donation. Is there another snowstorm possibly after the Cincinnati snowstorm? Let's take a look at that. Right now, let's see. So it is kind of half and half. The European model is not very enthused about anything significant. Another extreme polar vortex, again, coming over the same areas all over again. Another serious Arctic outbreak for the same locations up here in the Northeast. That is a little over 10 days out, so this is going to change. I bet you $100 it is going to be a very different forecast each model run until we get closer. But just so you're aware, you're not done. You're most likely not done with Arctic temperatures again. Wind chill values, seriously dangerous. So more modified to the northeastern portion of the U.S. by the end of January. And the way this flow is, this is a suppressive phase. So we're not in the phase for any big winter storms until maybe this little guy develops. But yeah, nothing big for Cincinnati, at least in the next 10 days. Geez, dude, we're 50 subscribers away from 40,000.1. Wow. Oh, you've been here for a few years. What's okay? Super loyal. Super loyal. Awesome. Yeah, for those that have been here for a few years, thank you guys. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to support someone for like 3 years. 3 years. I feel like, you all are customers. That's how I take my business of what I do here is you all are customers. I have my shop, I have my store, and that's the David Schlotthauer store, which, speaking of store, it's coming. It's coming. Just wait until we hit 50,000. That's the benchmark. That's when we add stuff to the channel. David, how long have you been doing weather for? Periwinkle asks. I've been doing weather. Well, here's a background history of me. All right. So I've been doing weather since I was 6 years old, but it was just simple, just very basic. Like, I loved when it rains. I just liked when it was cold. I just liked that. There was not really texture for me to love weather at the time. So, but I started getting interested into it at 6 years old. And here's a little bit of a microscopic derailment. When I turned 8 years old, I started getting interested in music. And I thought, man, I love weather though, but I also really loved music. I still love music of this day, but weather is a dominance. So I had a mini drum kit. I got it for my birthday, for my 8th birthday, and I would play the drums. And I'm like, after about a year, that kind of wore off. And I'm like, this is not my thing. It's kind of loud and everything, and I'm not really into drums. So then when I turned 9 years old, I got back into weather, but this time it escalated to my very first weather station. And all it was is just a little weather remote sending a signal to a little console. It only did temperature and humidity. That's all it did. Just mini weather station. And I think at this time it would probably be like $5 or $6 to buy, even if it existed. At the time, though, it was like $40 or $50. But again, that was 10 years ago. Oh, wait, no. That was 20 years ago. Excuse me. 20 years ago. So technology advances. And then it really clicked once I got into junior high, once I went into 7th grade. The very first weather model was the GFS version 2 model. It was one of the worst resolution models ever. Think about a snowstorm like this. Think about looking at a snowstorm on this map. You know what it would be? It'd be just like a little light smidge. Just like a little, like, the resolution was freaking terrible. The grid spacing was like 50 miles from one point of the forecast to here. Okay? And at the time, though, it was good, right? And then they did a lot of upgrades to numerical models, okay? Where now we could see things tiny. We can see down to the exact location on who's going to get snow. And so once I did a lot of research on numerical weather prediction, which stands for NWP, numerical weather prediction. And I really do need to make a video on this one of these days, once I study even more on it, because I'm really getting into the computer science of things with how models actually operate. But once that clicked in and I started looking at different models, I'm like, this is amazing. I could literally take this to a whole new level. And once I turned, and I'll get to Georgia here, Rusty Tucker. In fact, I am showing Georgia while I'm talking here. But it was in about 12th grade, yes, because it's 2017. No, wait, it was after a few years after I graduated high school. So once I got into college, well, not really college, just in sports and other stuff, kickboxing, gymnastics, you name it. Weather was my deep interest, and I kind of was like, I'm not interested in college. I'm not interested. We'll do this later on in life. So what ended up happening is my dad talked me into, have you thought of, son, starting a YouTube channel? Because you're doing it off of Facebook. You're doing weather updates all the time on Facebook, son. So have you considered starting a YouTube channel? I'm like, a YouTube channel. I don't know what YouTube actually is. I don't even understand what YouTube actually is. So I did a lot of research. And I'm like, this is what YouTube is. This is actually what... And, before then, I wasn't really on YouTube. Maybe I was when I was 9 or 10 years old when it first came out, but, I mean, come on. You can't remember every little thing. And so as I got older and older, I got more into this. And I started my first YouTube channel, very first YouTube channel, excuse me, after the August 21st solar eclipse that cut across Oregon and went down into the Carolinas. And after that, it was that September, because I remember it was, what hurricane was it? I think it was Irma or Maria. I think it was Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma 2017. And so, yeah, September 10th. So it was after Hurricane Irma when I started my YouTube channel. Actually, you know what? It was Maria. I think it was Maria. Because they both happened right next to each other. Okay, yes. This was it. This was it right here. So I started my first channel surrounding Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and I saw a lot of success off of it. And so I'm like, I'm going to pursue my dream, and I'm going to put my foot in and get started with all of this. And so by that springtime, for the first severe weather outbreak, drama started to pop up, and I am going to get into the drama. This is my whole lifeline and everything. What a big question someone asked, and here we are talking about it, funny enough. So basically, drama broke out in the weather community. Fun old days, I'll tell you what. You'll love hearing the short story about this. Long story short, there was a person in the weather community, I'm not going to say who that person was, but was pretending to work at the Storm Prediction Center. And that's when drama, all hell broke loose. And I'm like, I'm not going to affiliate myself with this person, and I'm just going to kind of separate myself. But then it negatively impacted my channel so much, I started freaking out. I started like going off after everyone, and I was not the type of person to mess with. Okay, this is when I was like 22 years old. No, wait. Yeah, no, wait. It was when I was 20 years old. Young David days here. And so it was just not a good part of my life doing YouTube, and kept on saying, I can't do this. I can't do YouTube anymore. Just all the drama happening, but I just kept on pushing myself, and it got to the point where I deleted my first YouTube channel, and then I created another channel after that during that summer. During that summertime of 2019, and then continued that second channel, and guess what? The drama would not stop in the weather community. It really originated off of Discord more than anything. That's why we don't have a Discord server at the moment, just because I'm traumatized from all of that. And now, here we are today with our third YouTube channel. Actually, that second channel was deleted because of a serious accusation against me. I mean, people were threatening to take me to court for all of this. Yeah, literally taking me to court because of the allegations, and it was bad. It was evil in the weather community. And so I had to hide myself. I had to protect my life, my personal well-being, and I had to delete my second channel. And I went cold and dark for about a month, and I'm like, this is not going to happen. I can't do this. People keep on attacking me for everything. And friends of mine said, David, just keep on grinding, dude. People are going to attack you because the way you talk or whatever, it's just the way you are. I'm like, well, I'm not going to deal with this. So fast forwarding to today, started my YouTube channel, this channel on September the 15th, 2023. Oh, wait, 2022. And it has been a success since. And the drama, gone. The drama, gone. And hopefully it stays that way. Because when there's no drama in the weather community, it's nice and quiet. Thumbs up, 7-Up. We can do our job. We could move forward. We could ride the train to success. And I can continue doing what I do. Because at the end of the day, this is my job. My part-time job will soon become my full-time job. More on that personally with my people who I'm really close with in the weather community. I don't like talking about my financial side of things publicly. And so, yeah, if you want to know more information, Chase, you know a little bit about the background side of things. But yeah, here we are. 2025, 18 days into the new year, and 19 days, excuse me, 19 days into the new year, and yeah, it's just another day added onto the channel. Can you believe it? All right, sorry, you guys, I went on and on about that. That's a little bit of a story of who David Schlotthauer is. Now, you guys, I hope you guys took your notes. I really hope you did. Just don't take notes of the bad stuff. If you wanted to for historical purposes, you could have done that. But please keep it to yourself. Because, yeah, we want to keep this good. We want to keep it good. What's up, Cheesy? How are you doing? Uh-oh, you're sad? What are you sad about, bud? Probably you didn't get a whole lot of snow, huh? All right, any winter weather questions? No problem, David. Interested hearing some of those background lures. Will this be on the test? No, I'm not testing you guys. No. Actually, you know what? I can test you all right now. How about that? Here's a tough one. When did David Schlotthauer start his first YouTube channel ever? I'm not talking about this channel, but when did David Schlotthauer start his first YouTube channel? You would not believe it. I know a lot of you are going to get this wrong. It was in 2017, but what month and what day? Here's a little trivia. My aunt would literally love me for this because she loves trivias. She loves doing trivias. Nope. It was not in August. I will give you a hint. It was sometime in 2017. It was in September. And it was in 2017. But what day was it? And if you... Excuse me. If you get... let's do this. Let's go to 2017 here. If you get the exact day correctly, you get a cookie. Oh, someone was listening really well. Ooh, boy. You're close. Titanium, you are so close. You're literally boiling on fire. You are freaking close. But that's not the day. That is not the day, folks. That's not the day. That's not the day. Man, this is tough. You guys are... Oh, you guys can't get it. Oh, Tyne was close. Tyne was very close. Track 3. No. Very close, though. Okay. I'll give you all the answer. It was on... Oh, PC Gamerware got it. It was on September 21st, 2017. Was my very first YouTube channel. So, yeah, there's some history right there. Hello, hello, beautiful. Man, I feel weird when I say that. Hello, hello, beautiful. But I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys a lot. And yeah, I mean, you guys have been the energy, the willpower of actually keeping me up most of the night. The last 4 nights, I am so tired right now. I am not gonna have a video in the morning. Unless you guys want me to do a video in the morning at 1:30 or so. But I don't think it's necessary because these are the latest models that have been released. So I don't think we'll do one. We'll skip ahead to tomorrow afternoon. Thank you, Mills. I do appreciate your subscription. I do appreciate you all subscribing as well. I mean, not to get really into the subscriber numbers, but we started off at 34,000 subs on the 1st of January, and it's the 19th day of January, and we're at 40,100 subscribers, I bet, right? No, we're not. We will be there very soon. Oh, you've been subscribed, Chase. By the way, I do want to talk about cars with you tonight. Chase. I'm on a Ricky roll situation on cars. Because I'm looking into getting a new car. I don't like the car that I drive. I want something more fuel eco-friendly, more than just something that gives me 24 to 26 miles to the gallon. So, models are starting to trend north again. The windshield wiper effect. We didn't even look at the GFS, did we? Or the GFS did come in. No, they haven't trend north. No, they have not trend north. The Canadian is very aggressive, though. I'm telling you all, the Canadian model is just like, doesn't want to agree. Like, seriously, like, look at this. Just take a look at where this winter storm actually develops. It does not want to agree. It's like, I'm not going to agree. I want to do my own thing. Because look at the Canadian model. Look at where there's snow up all over here. And when we look at the GFS model, it is a lot further south. And the European model is... Oh, and the European model's coming in. So we will wait for the European model for that to render to see what that is going to show. But I don't think it's going to be much different. I don't think... It's developing tonight, essentially. Oh, no, tomorrow night. Excuse me. My gosh, I got my days mixed up. Oh, David, can you please read... Sorry. Read Brian almost donation, please. Holy cow. I thought I read it. Oh... I didn't get to it. Is there a way I can look back at donations? It probably happened while I was doing my historical talk, and I didn't even bother looking at chat. So I'm so sorry. I hate when I do that. I hate when I skip over someone's donation. It was a $5 donation, I'm assuming. So all you have to do is just say what you said in the donation. Just don't send me any more money on that one. That would be great. Thank you. See, when I get into like going back in history, I'm focused. So I don't end up looking at chat. So now I'm back looking at chat. GFS looks a little north, really. Really, Dom. How do you see that? How do you see that it's a little north? Let me look at that. I don't think it's north. I don't even think it's any further north because this is the 12Z run, this is the 18Z run, and this is the 0Z run. I don't think it's any further north. However, maybe up here, let's see. No, it's not. It's not any further north. No, I don't see where it could be further north. After the stream though, Chase. Yeah, so Chase. I'll get to you after. All right, so let's see. Has anybody seen this person? You've seen me. David, no. It happened when you told us to donate and we could get on the list first. I was second donation. Skipped. I have asked several times. How much more snow for Pulliam, Michigan through Wednesday? There you go. Thank you. And thank you for having full respect on that. You didn't uppercase or yell at me, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, I'm so dang sorry about that, bud. And at least I'm getting to it then instead of ignoring it. So I am sorry. So yeah, Kalamazoo, near Kalamazoo, you could be seeing a foot of snow easily. A foot of snow in the next 60-ish hours. That's because you have lake effect snow, my guy. Snow-mageddon. Boy, you are in a lucky place. Boy, I wish I lived with you because you're getting literally a foot of snowfall. A foot of snowfall in your area, bud. Wow, all from lake effect snow. Hey, you should live over here in Watertown. You can get 50, you can get 80 inches of snow. Oh, you work for an auto group? Really? Jeremiah Cormer. That's nice. What about Gainesville, Florida? Let's see. Gainesville, Florida. I want to gain something from Florida, right? Gainesville, Florida. You're going to see a lot of ice out of this. Oh, actually a little bit of ice. Maybe a little bit more than what the model is showing. I would say about 1/10 of an inch or less, though, of ice is what you're going to see out of this. Oh, I wanted to let you all know really quickly that guess what I learned to drive today? I learned to drive a VW. I learned to drive a stick shift Volkswagen. A 1960 something. Yeah, 1960. When it comes to car history, it's not up my sleeve. Mitchell, okay. You're probably talking about Mitchell County, something like that. Somewhere in that area. So you're looking at about 1 to 4 inches due to some orographic effects of that snow. Oh, my cousin taught me how to do it. It's weird, dude. It's really weird. Getting to know where the clutch is and when to let go off the clutch. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a long process. It really is. Yep, that's the Volkswagen Super Beetles. Yep. Except well, it's mine because I'm going to learn to drive it. Except my Volkswagen is in bad shape. The brakes are bad. There's barely any braking power on that thing. But we just went down the vineyard, so I only went like a few miles an hour. So we didn't go very fast at all. But brakes are terrible on the thing. There's a fuel leak that needs to be fixed. The tires, there's bubbles that are forming on the tires because those tires are like 20 years old. They have not been changed for over 20 years. Let's see. What else is... There's a few things. Yeah. Always got to have a manual. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the reason why I want to drive that is so it doesn't sit there. It doesn't sit in the shop for like years on end. I mean, because if it does, the battery dies, and then the gasoline could actually form a jelly, and it could clog the fuel lines and damage them. So that's why we went out. That's why I'm starting it up at least once a week and running it a little bit. Not driving it because I don't want to take myself out in that. You're very welcome, Brian. I just sure announced, since you do travel for work, hopefully you're staying home tomorrow. Actually, yeah, because you're getting lake effect snow. Unless you all are used to it out there, and you can go out to work in it. But just keep that in mind. Lake effect snow will be an issue over the next few days because that Arctic air is coming over the warm lake waters. Warmer, not warm, but warmer, relatively warmer than the surrounding air. That's how you get atmospheric instability, right? Because when you have cold air aloft and you get warmer air beneath, you're actually introducing thermomechanical instability. The air is unstable, conditionally unstable over that area. But when you get over land, the land cools down faster than the water does, and so you get an inversion. So the air is deemed stable. Cheesy weather. Yeah, I'm not really doing Discord servers right now at the moment. By the way, if you have not subscribed yet, folks, please support the channel. Holy moly, we're close to 40,100. How much snow for Covington, Alabama County? Who's excited? I don't want to get into politics, but who is excited for the big day in history? The inauguration and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Good news, but bad news. I just realized this. We're live streaming earlier tomorrow. I just realized I have work. Freak. Did I really forget about that? I did. But I don't have school in the morning, so there's a trade-off. So I'll be watching the inauguration. Does anyone know what time it starts? I think it's like at noon or something, because I remember back in history it did start earlier. Okay, TikTok has been going in and out over the last week or so. Cheesy is saying it's back again, 12 p.m. Oh, good. It'll be 9 o'clock in the morning my time. That'll be perfectly fine because then I won't have to worry about missing it when I'm at work tomorrow at 8 p.m., which is at 11 p.m. your guys' time. I'm glad work is being nice, though, and at least I'm only working 4-hour shifts tomorrow. But the goal is, the ultimate goal is to go full-time on YouTube. But I figured out that the benchmark to get there is sustaining myself. So many expenses. All the expenses go towards YouTube, though. Radar Omega is one of them and everything, so. Yeah, TikTok is going in and out. You know what, folks? Don't even follow me on TikTok because I don't even use it. In fact, TikTok, I believe TikTok is leaving sometime, I don't know when. I heard about it. I heard it from one of my teachers, from my teacher that I go see, because I'm doing a U.S. History A, and she was saying that TikTok is like, supposedly they're getting rid of TikTok soon or whatnot. So, I think it would be nice to get rid of TikTok, in my personal opinion, because like YouTube has Shorts. Shorts is kind of like that same thing. It's kind of like a compromise. I will literally create shorts on my YouTube channel before I do TikTok. That's how much inactive I am on TikTok. Oh, TikTok is back for good? Oh, okay. So maybe there was like a misjudgment or something. Maybe like a little fight going on with it, like an argument about whether to keep it or not. So maybe that was been resolved. Okay, so TikTok is back for good. Okay. You know, there are other YouTubers in the weather community that do weather on TikTok. Maybe I'll consider spreading my branching out in that direction. I just don't have the willpower and the time to do it, though. I'll have to figure out on how to do that, though. Do you think this snowstorm could go down on a more northward trend? No. Maybe a little bit to the north by like a few miles, but I think where we're sitting is where we staying. I don't think we're going to see much trends to the north. I think it's pretty much solidified at this point. But any trends to the north are going to be so minuscule that I don't think it's going to matter. I really don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. And the latest European model is pretty much in the same area. Between the 18Z run, and you can see it right here. It says 18Z run and the 12Z run, or 0Z run tonight. It's literally in the same area. It has not trended anywhere. So that tells us that confidence is very high that Louisiana is going to have a substantial snowstorm. What's up, David Potter? What's up, Heidi? I do have a question for you guys. How do you all like the recent thumbnail style since the beginning of this month? And what do you guys think about the titling? I feel like I've been going too aggressive. I do need to uppercase things, though. I do need to uppercase. Because no one else does that. No one else does that. I'm like, I'm going to try uppercasing some of my titles. Like the big points. Historic, major, snowstorm are like big points. Big key words of the video. And so that's why I uppercase them. No, that's not to yell at you guys. No, that's not what that means. I want to hear your guys' feedback because I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction here without, like, you know, doing you know what. But yeah, latest European model still has an ice storm for southeastern Georgia. It still wants an ice storm. Go more extreme? No. I have boundaries. I seriously do. I am not like, I'm not going to say who the YouTuber is, but I'm not like that person. I'm not like that person. Only if I'm very confident. If I'm like 100% confident that there's going to be a historic storm like the one in Louisiana, I'm going to just put my head in the deep end. And that's what I did this morning. I think caps do attract more people. It's fine, I guess. No, I'm not JD Rap, but I will be hopefully in a few years. Once I'm done with this stupid schooling where I'm going to for world history and US history, I only have 2 more stinking topics to cover. I will be going to UC Davis or Delta College for meteorology. What time are you streaming tomorrow? What time am I streaming tomorrow? I don't know yet. Probably at 5, maybe at 4:30, because I do have work at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That would be around 11 o'clock. So you will know, because I will try to create the stream 2 hours before I start. That's why you all need to make sure you have notifications enabled on the channel, so that way you do not miss a thing on the channel. People, I mean, I do it all the time. I sometimes forget to hit the bell icon, but it is important. You have to hit all notifications. But I'm being open and honest for people that are watching this stream. I am not a meteorologist. I am a super advanced, however you want to call it, super duper quadruply advanced enthusiast in the weather. I mean, I would probably get all A's except for the math part, because I will have to learn formulas and stuff. But like, for the most part, as what I can tell, I will pass meteorology school pretty stinking easily. Because I've been into this since I was, again, 6 years old, but really didn't get into it until I was 10. So I won't have much of a problem. And honestly, personally, in my own opinion, there shouldn't, I mean, yes, go to school for meteorology. That's a requirement if you want to get into the National Weather Service offices, of course, to work at the SPC, to work at your local weather office, this and that and this, okay? But like, for what I'm doing, on a business standpoint, I mean, I really don't need a meteorological degree, but I do want to have one, so at least people can stop telling me, you're not a freaking meteorologist, retard. You are a weather enthusiast, kid. You know. And honestly, you know what? It comes down to watch the whole video. I mean, information is in there, you know. But of course, not all of you have time to watch the whole video. What are your thoughts on the Euro tonight? Nothing. I have nothing to say about the Euro tonight. It's pretty much in line with, it's kind of the middle child as far as where the snow develops. Let me go over to Louisiana, though, to look at that, and then let's take a look. So, yeah, it hasn't changed much. It's pretty solidified. Snowfall totals are pretty much right where they are. I mean, plus or minus 1 or 2 inches. But in general, it looks like Houston, Texas now could see 7 inches of snowfall. 7 inches of snowfall with this winter storm. Or will see 7 inches. Not may see 7 inches, but will see 7 inches. David, the best way to learn to drive a stick shift is start at the bottom of a hill, and when you make it to the top, you pretty much got aced. Yeah, we don't have hills over here. I'm in the valley. Mountains are really far from where I'm at, so there's no hills in my area. I got big muscles, David. Okay, Bryce. Thank you. What's up, David G? All right. If you have not subscribed yet, I'm sorry to really push this out. We could make it to 4,100. Once we get there, I will end the stream. How does that sound? Sorry for the sub begging. I'm not really wanting to do this, but I think we can do it. I think we can get there. We're so close. We're literally 24 subs away. And once I get there, I will call it a night. I will call it a night, and I will be back tomorrow afternoon. Any questions? Anything you want to ask me before we head off? By the way, like this stream if you have not already. Snow in Atlanta, Georgia. Snow in Atlanta. Let's go to Atlanta. So Atlanta is only going to get about a couple of inches of snow. South Carolina is only going to get about an inch of snow at this given. Actually, not an inch. About 1 to 2 inches of snow. Sorry, I didn't have the whole run through. Thomas County, Georgia. Oh my, that's a county question. Let's go to Thomas County. Thomas County, Georgia could get, based on the information, about 3 to 5 inches. Wilmington, North Carolina, you're going to get about a few inches. Oh, I'm glad you love the videos, Spanky. And I can tell you all love the videos a lot because, oh my goodness, last night's video, or this morning's video at like 1:30 in the morning, geez, that thing blew up. That thing blew up substantially. And for the channel size that I'm at, that's remarkable. That is remarkable. What about Columbus, Georgia? Columbus, Georgia. Let's go to Columbus. So Columbus, Georgia is right there. So Columbus, Georgia, you're only looking at about an inch or 2 of snow. Nothing too substantial. Amethyst, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How much will Greenville, North Carolina get? So Greenville, North Carolina, you're looking at about a couple of inches of snow. I'm doing very good, Amethyst. Thank you for asking. Oh, I wanted to let you all know, by the way, this is a huge goal, but if we make it to 40,140 subscribers by the midnight hour, I would have gained 1,000 subscribers today alone. 1,000 subscribers. So, just FYI. Asheville, North Carolina. 15. So Asheville, North Carolina, you're looking at about an inch or less because it's most of your winter weather is actually done. So you're not going to see a whole lot going on there. Will it snow in San Antonio, Texas? Oh, will it snow in San Antonio, Texas? It looks very much possible it will snow in San Antonio, Texas. Only if I was down there at the right time would I witness that. But yeah, San Antonio, Texas, you're going to get about an inch or two of snowfall. An inch or two. That is pretty remarkable. That is remarkable. Any update for Mobile, Alabama? No, pretty much the same thing. We're looking at about 3 to 6 inches of snow. Slidell, Louisiana. Slidell is down here in central Louisiana. Slidell, Louisiana. So Slidell, oh wait, I'm way off. So Slidell, Louisiana, you're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall with this winter storm based on our NAM model and our European model. I know you're, oh, what's up? Johnny, how are you doing? It's coming, David. I'm excited. I'm glad you're excited. And also I'm excited to reach the 40K mark, and we're going beyond that. So thank you guys. Only 9,900 subs to go. Speaking of that, I do want to look at the National Weather Service down here and read some of their areas. Oh my gosh. No. They are actually going extreme on this. They're actually going extreme. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Read this. Tuesday is looking extreme. The impact level is extreme according to Baton Rouge, Louisiana Weather Office. Actually putting out on Tuesday, there is an extreme risk for weather impacts. So this is going to be historic. It is going to be historic. And it's going to be as low as 28 degrees. And wind chill values, 10 to 20 degrees in the morning, area wide. So yeah, it's a big impact. It's going to be pretty serious. And yeah, Baton Rouge, 4 to 5 inches of snow is anticipated. And so, yeah. We are here. So the day before, adjust plans, have multiple ways to receive warnings, bring pets indoors, and ensure they have water. So, yep, we are there. We have made it. You've traveled across the world to get to this winter storm. But yeah, look at southern Alabama. Am I seeing that right, or am I seeing things? Is that an extreme cold warning for Mobile, Alabama? Come on. That is an extreme cold warning for Alabama. Unbelievable. That is incredible. You're under an extreme cold watch. Wait, you are? No, you're not really. There's an extreme cold watch out for... You're in Gonzales, Louisiana, right? Yes, right there. So, shoot. You are under a extreme cold watch. Shoot, yeah, you are. Cold weather advisory tonight. Cold weather advisory, winter storm warning, then extreme cold watch. Wow. Tuesday night, it's going to be 16 degrees. Yeah, it's supposed to be 16 degrees, but with the wind at 5 to 10, it might feel like about 4 to 5 degrees. That is brutal. That's brutal down here. And then, of course, over here in Mobile, Alabama, there's an extreme cold warning. Yo, actually, that's in the short term. Never mind. There might be another extreme cold warning issued here for Monday night all the way through Wednesday. So 2 of them. That's incredible. Yeah, wind chill values tonight as low as 10 degrees. That is dangerous. Very dangerous for that area. Even look at... Oh my gosh, I'm laughing at Florida. I'm laughing at Florida. Literally, Tampa Bay is under a cold weather advisory. Tampa Bay, Florida. Which I don't even understand. How is there a cold weather advisory when it's only going to be down to 38 degrees? But of course, they're not used to it, so that must make sense. Golly word, 40 degrees and there's a cold weather advisory. Bray, can the National Weather Service issue one for my area? I would like to be under a cold weather advisory. They have different criteria. Oh, okay. I don't get this, though. Does this look weird or what on the National Weather Service map? You tell me if this is weird or not, if I'm seeing things right. All of your wind chill products are like this, and then in the middle of it, it's like a donut. Literally, does the National Weather Service not like Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, or Arkansas? Literally, in the middle, there is no wind chill products, no cold weather products at all. I mean, come on, even New Jersey, the entire state of New Jersey is under a cold weather warning or watch, or no, cold weather advisory. And then, yeah, right over here, that is, what are those? Lake effect snow warning. Okay, let's see what that actually shows. Yeah, lake effect snow warning. Yeah, look at this. 2 to 3 feet of snowfall. This is for Oswego. And then here's another one. Oh, yeah, up to 3 feet of snowfall with some of the lake effect. But keep in mind that's generous. That's generous. There's probably going to be up to maybe 4 or 5 feet of snow by the time that's all said and done. So big time snowmageddon going on over here off of Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. And then, yeah, here is all of your extreme cold warnings all up and down here. The Appalachians into southern Alabama. D-Jill, the forecast. G-Dill, what are you referring? Check. G-Dill, the forecast. Maybe that's a town. If you could be more specific, Johnny, that would be great, buddy. But yeah, this is pretty bad. Let me see if they lowered the wind chill requirements. No, they're still 55 degrees below zero. I mean, look at that, though. That's still 55 degrees below zero wind chill values. And look at this. Frostbite could happen as little as 5 minutes if you are not dressed appropriately. That's dangerous. Super, super dangerous. That's actually deadly at that point. And I wanted to show you all this. Check the forecast models. Oh, I will in a second, Johnny. But I wanted to point out something. Do you notice anything on this map with the extreme cold warnings? I want to see if you guys could make this out. A little bit of... I see it. I see what I see, and you guys probably don't see what I mean. I'll give you a hint. It happens during the severe weather season. Oh, Titan. I'm going to give you that. Good job. Yes, it's a supercell. A supercell. Incredible. Literally incredible. Man, the National Weather Service is very creative. Let's give them a round of applause. Actually, you know what? I am going to snip that, and I'm going to literally put it on Twitter. I'm literally going to put it on Twitter. It's going to be hilarious. I'll put it on after, though. But yeah, lots of blue. I don't really like the fact that they use the word extreme cold warning, though. I think the wind chill warnings were really good. They changed everything up with that, so. Yep, that's just how it works. They had their agreement, and their agreement was like, we will change this. We will change it like this. All right. Oh my goodness. We are 4 subs away from 100, folks. So thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I'm pushing your guys' butts right now. And I'm like, literally, it sounds like I'm begging. I'm crying wolf for subs, but no, that's not what I'm here for. No, I'm not. We're almost there to 100. Why not? Let's hit 100. There we go. We're going to hit 100. Thank you guys. A mini itty bitty little itty baby milestone. Close places to see snow from Jacksonville, or closes. So probably another typo. Okay, Jacksonville, Florida. So Jacksonville, Florida is going to get. So Jacksonville, Florida, you're going to be in an ice fortress because you're going to get ice. You're going to freeze down there. It's going to be cold enough for some ice. So probably about a few hundredths of an inch to maybe 1/10 of an inch of ice down there. What's up, Aero Force? How are you doing? Welcome back, bud. How are you doing? How was your Sunday? How is your 3-day weekend coming along? No one is in. I'm not in school tomorrow. So tomorrow's like my Sunday, except I do work tomorrow night. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. It's extra money into the pot. I'm the 100th. No, you're not. Yes, you are. You are the 100th. Now we could push. Let's push, folks, for 1,000 subs we gained today. And then we will end it. Ask me questions. You're very welcome, Johnny. Which, by the way, you brought me up to $100, Johnny. So thank you for that little itty bitty donation. Snowfall in Hampton, Georgia. So Snowfall in Hampton, Georgia. So Hampton, Georgia is going to get about... Sorry, I'm not trying to cough. This nasal drip has been a pain in the rear end. So about 1 inch or 2 of snow. That's why I go like that a lot. I don't want to cough so frequently, so I try to hold the cough in. What's up, D1 or DL Butler? How are you? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Aero Force, where are you at? I forgot where you're at, bud. I'm sorry. I can't remember everybody's. You're probably where the snow is going to be heavy, right? Oh, you're in North Carolina. That's right. No kidding. Or am I wrong? Maybe I just made myself more wrong. Oh, Panhandle of Florida. Oh my gosh, see, it's hard to see all these names because they're all small. Okay, there you are. So Panama City, I don't know how your schools operate down there when there's like 1 inch or 2 of snow, but yes, if we look at the European model, you're going to get about 1 inch. So I don't know if the school board is going to agree to have schools closed. If there was like 1 foot of snow, then I would say yes, your school will be closed, but they're not seeing 1 foot of snow. Read my paragraph. All right, sorry. Um, I already checked those snowfall totals for southern Louisiana, like Gonzales, Louisiana, but I will check them again, buddy. Oh my goodness. So down here in the New Orleans area, Gonzales area, you're going to get about, so based on the models that I'm looking at, you could get up to 7 inches of snowfall. Around 7 inches of snowfall in your area, in your localized region. We just broke 100. Thank you, Ula, for the $1.99 donation. Jacksonville, again, getting that ice. Augusta, Georgia, my hometown. Well, I didn't live there. I wasn't born there, but I used to live there for a couple of months. And Augusta, Georgia is only going to see about 1 inch or 2 of snow. Can you check Perryville, Louisiana, please, David? I'm going there tomorrow. Perryville, Louisiana. What are you going to do in Perryville, Louisiana? Probably going to go see some monuments, I'm guessing. Maybe not. But yeah, up there to the north, you are going to see about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Well, actually, if you look at we base it off the NAM. Let me see the GFS. I'm going to just use the GFS because the NAM is kind of underdoing. I feel like they're just underdoing snowfall totals. So we are going to go over the next 72 hours. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So for that area, you are going to see about 4 to 7 inches. About 4 to 7. Oh, Augusta, California. Okay. Wait, there's an Augusta, California? Where in the heck is Augusta, California? Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Augusta, California. No, there's no Augusta in California. You probably misheard what I said. Augusta, Georgia. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Yeah, you're only going to get about 1 inch of snow. 1 inch or 2 of snow, I should say. But yeah, there's one area down here that's almost 10 inches. 10 inches of QPF. 10-1 ratio. Valdosta, Georgia. The one that got me up there. So let's see. Valdosta, Georgia. You're looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. In Valdosta, Georgia, Ula. I'll just say your last name, Ula. LJ, Georgia, please. Aaron is asking. No snow for you, buddy. I'm sorry. The wish of a winter storm has missed you to your south. So no snow for your area. Fayetteville, North Carolina, will it snow? Just a couple of inches or just, yeah, about a couple of inches. Nothing too significant at all. Just a dusting based on latest models. Savannah, Georgia, you're going to be getting about 1 inch or 2 of snow. Glimmer County, North Georgia. Glimmer County, North Georgia. So Beach Island and this chat. Beach Island. Wait, there's no... How is there... Okay, I guess there is a beach island on land. So that's about 1 to 3 inches of... About 1 to 2-ish inches of snow. More likely about 1 inch is all you're going to see. Zach Jat. How are you? Nashville, Tennessee, 0 inches. Now, if you're asking me about temperatures, it's going to be cold. It is going to be really cold over there. How are you all liking this cold weather, though? Let me know in chat. That's my question. Do you guys like the cold weather? Maybe not many people up here to the north where it's negative 20 degrees according to the HRRR model. That's where it's really cold. Where we can freeze people. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's going to get colder overnight. Man, look at that. Negative 30 degrees. That's cold, cold, cold. And even up here in Canada, negative 40 degrees from the HRRR model. That's not cold enough. Look at this, negative 45 degrees. Negative 45 there. That is serious. Hate the cold weather. CeeLo, I thought I got to your question. So Augusta, Georgia is going to see an inch of snow and temperatures will fall into the mid to upper 20s to lower 30s. Well, more likely the mid to upper 20s. Pensacola, Florida. It's going to be pretty cold and there will be a few inches of snow. 3 to 5 inches of snow. But yeah, look at how cold this air is. You know what I could give it? It will be nicknamed the Cheesy Weather Arctic Outbreak. Which, by the way, on Cheesy Weather in the YouTube chat, his name actually on Discord is Sunny. That's his name on Discord. So we can blame Sunny for all of this. Not going to heat up the ground very well. Sorry. Man, there's a few spots it gets down to almost negative 50 degrees. That is deadly. That is deadly. That is not wind chills. Those are not wind chills at all. That is unsurvivable. In fact, you know what I am curious about is I am going to go up here to the north and I'm going to see if the wind chills have dropped because of how cold it's going to be tonight. Yeah, look at this. Negative 62 degrees. Man, that air is seriously cold. Negative 62, 55, below zero. Wow. I hope you're all bundled up, Buttercup. Because if not, you're going to suffer the consequences. Big time. And actually, you know what? We could actually look at the current temperatures right now. How about that? Geez, it's already 39 degrees here. It's cold. And it's supposed to get down to 29 degrees in my area tonight, so it's supposed to be cold. Oh, yeah, it's cold already. Negative 26 in Pine Creek already. There's a couple of areas that are reporting negative 26 degrees as we speak. So, yeah. This air is coming on in. Look at it's already negative 37 near Dryden. Dryden, negative 37 degrees already. Man, this is cold. Cold, cold, cold. Negative 31 up here in Cold Lake. So this is where all your Arctic air is. It's all throughout here, and it's only going to get colder tonight. This is deadly right here. This is seriously deadly. Man, oh man, that's cold. And it's already negative 3 in Illinois. Paw already reporting negative 3. By the way, who has a weather station on this map that I could view? Then I can view your weather station. Yeah, look at all the lake effect snow right here. See this? There is lake effect snow. I did Augusta, Georgia already, buddy. But yeah, right now it is 30 degrees in Augusta, Georgia. It is 30 degrees in Augusta. What the heck? What the heck is going on with this station? Negative 73 degrees? Why is it even on the map? It ain't, no. It's not negative 73 in southeastern tip of Louisiana. There's no way it's negative 73. Wow, okay. There's a negative 71 or negative 61. So there are two weather stations here that are literally drunk. Literally two stations that are drunk. That is broken. Stations are broken. But yeah, you can see this Arctic high already moving in. This big old fat ridge. This cold Arctic high. And then look what we have over here. We have a significant Tehuantepec or Tehuantepec wind that is going to be moving in over the next few days. Not going to get into much detail with that, but some of the winds off the coast could reach speeds of 75 miles an hour out of the north with gusts over 100 miles an hour. It is not snowing in Orlando, Florida. No, it's not snowing. Not at 56 degrees. Not at 57, actually. There's no way it's snowing. If it snows at that level, at that point, you must have some very cold air just above the surface. It is not snowing there in Orlando, Florida at 57 degrees. Sorry. So yeah, ooh, we're close. 20 more subs to our record. How much snow for Greenville, Alabama? That's what okay. How much snow for Greenville, Alabama? Wow, look at this winter storm right up here really quickly. Look how strong those winds are. You can see how fast the winds are blowing. Pretty significant windstorm. That's at nor'easter that's rapidly deepening right now. Okay, how much snow for Greenville, Alabama? So Greenville, Alabama is down here. So about an inch or two. So I would say about 1 to 4 inches is what I'm going for. Jane Grammer, it's snowing hard right now in Orlando, Florida. Well, I did not want to sound upset. I'm sorry if I did, but like it's 50. It's mid-50s in Orlando, Florida. Maybe it is snowing. Maybe you have a snow machine and you're blowing snow out of the machine and you're making it snow. That's a possibility. Negative 26. Oh my goodness. Coldest temp was negative 80. Yeah, if we had negative 126 degree temperatures, civilization would die pretty quickly. No one would stand the chance to live in that. Not even me. Not even me. But yeah, look at how cold it is up here, though. And it's going to get only colder. This is just the beginning of some extreme temperatures. How much snow for Atlanta? About 1 to 2 inches. Yeah, because Atlanta is up over here. Actually, Atlanta might only get an inch or less. You know what? I thought Atlanta was down here. Sorry. So you know what? Atlanta is not going to get anything at all. And if anything, it's a dusting. I only got up to 44 degrees in the summer. That's right, David Potter. You're up in Alaska, right near Fairbanks, correct? If I remember correctly, if my memory serves, you only got up to, because you're in near Fairbanks, correct? Yeah, because right now in Fairbanks, it is not very warm. It is pretty cold. Not as cold as it has been, though. I just pray for you all that you're going to stay warm, because this is moving into regions that don't ever see these type of temperatures. I mean, this is really cold. This is really cold. And there's even a little bit of snow falling right over here in West Virginia. That's a little bit of that orographic snow banding. Thank you so much, Kristen, for handling the chat. I love when you guys spam the same question. So San Antonio, Texas, if you haven't listened yet, San Antonio, Texas is only going to get about an inch or two of snow, because it's mainly going to fall over here just east of San Antonio. New Orleans is going to get a lot. Yes, New Orleans is going to get a ton. Honestly, when I see people spamming, I laugh. I'm just going to laugh. I don't care. Well, I do care about people spamming, but like, I'm going to just laugh and have the moderators handle it. Only if YouTube had the nicest viewers. All of you are really nice, so I appreciate all of your guys' support. But filter out all the trolls. Like, there's a troll detector. Like, there's a machine learning program that like detects all the troll accounts, and then they get banned off of YouTube. That would be so nice. That would make YouTube business a lot more peace of mind. It really would. So, Conroe, about 1 to 3 inches. Actually, you know what? Where's San Antonio at? Yeah, you're going to get a couple of inches down there. So, have you checked California's coldest temperatures? Sacramento, I believe, was negative 17 back in the mid or late 1900s, something like that. I'll have to go back there and look at it in another day. By the way, Kristen, I don't know if you have Discord, but I would love to get to know you a lot. You're working really hard over there at keeping the chat really good. But yeah, if you guys have not subscribed yet, I'm sorry for begging, but we're almost there. We got to hit 141. Then we'll be good. Then I will shut my mouth up and head out for the night. Will California be saved from wildfires? At this go around, not so much. Well, a lot of people are being saved right now, but there will be more potential wildfires. Hopefully not, because the winds are going to be a big problem tomorrow. Tomorrow into Tuesday, we're talking wind gusts pretty significant. In fact, just a quick fire check up. It's going to be really bad. Air is going to be so dry. You can see how dry the air is going to be. And we're talking not historic, but record-breaking, possibly historic dry conditions in the air department. Because look how dry this air actually is going to be. Look at 1%. Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? Can I bring it up? Can I bring it up? There was a 1% on there. Just, yeah, right there. Look at 1% humidity in Laguna Nigel. 1% humidity. That's very dry. So we have itchy trigger fingers, David. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we have moderators. Macomb and not Macomb. Macomb. Macomb, okay. Oh no, I hope it gets better for them eventually. Oh yeah. It's not getting any better eventually right now because of these offshore winds. It's just going to be strong. It's going to be unfortunate. We're almost at the 3-hour mark, and I would like to head off. But we gotta hit that mark. We gotta hit it. Do it. If you have not supported the channel, do so, please. Thank you. I hope you guys heard me. California with wildfires and warm temperatures and cold freezing temperatures is weird because here in Cali, we have Southern California wildfires and Northern California having cold temperatures at around 0 to 32 degrees. Like, geez. Well, yeah, you can blame on how dry it's been. In fact, Southern California has been the driest in state history. To start off the winter, you have had no rain whatsoever. Actually, a little bit of rain did fall over here with the recent offshore wind event before it really picked up. But this is very dry. This is extremely dry air right here. This is 2% in some areas, 1% humidity. 1% humidity. Essentially, 99% of the atmosphere has no water in it. It's essentially drier than a bone. It's bone dry, desert dry. I bought him some new masks. Oh, nice. That was nice of you. I'm not on Discord, but I do follow you on X. Okay. So I'll have to message. What's your name on X by any chance? Maybe I'll have to message you through X. Which, by the way, if you guys do want to follow me on X, it is, of course, you've seen it this whole time on the side. It's Weather United 1. Boy, we're coming into 1,900 followers soon, so thank you guys for following. And there it is right there. This is what made me, I wanted to share this with you all. This is what made me post the title this morning, right here. This is a certified meteorologist, actually, on Fox 4 News. And he even said right here, a historic snowstorm is coming to the Gulf Coast on Tuesday. This has the potential to be once-in-a-lifetime event. And once I saw that, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to upload. I am making a video. And that's when I did that little community post saying, hey, folks, we got an emergency situation. We're making a video. Hey, see, I'm watching the weather. I'm watching the blog posts over here. Oh, come on. We got to do this. You know what, though? I am happy where I'm at, though, with the 40,115. So I think I am going to call it a night. Do you guys have any more questions at all that you need to ask me? You watch that sub number is going to go way up. So last call, if you do like the content, if you like these updates on the channel that I do 2 videos a day on top of these weather live streams, please don't forget to subscribe. It really does help out the channel a lot. And also ring the bell icon if you haven't already, until you hear it go ding, ding. All right. And make sure you put it to all notifications. All right. Like the video or like this stream. Well, this is going to become a DVR recording. So like the stream if you haven't. And also make sure you give me some feedback by leaving a comment and also sharing this with their family and friends too on social media. Spartanburg, snow totals. Travy, how are you doing? I do apologize if I'm going a little over the top about asking you all to subscribe. I did not realize we are so close of getting 1,000 subs in one day. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm not doing it just so I get more popular. No, that's not what I'm here for. But I mean, we are so close of reaching the 1,000 subscriber mark since midnight. Literally since, well, not midnight your time, but midnight my time, since it's 10:30 over here. So for that area, you're not seeing snow over Spartanburg in South Carolina. So that is exactly why I've been kind of, I just realized that, okay, I passed 100, but like there's another, because I remember from last night when I went live, we had literally 1,000 subs less. And so I was like, oh, I remember being at somewhere in the 100 range. So understandable, Jane. Yeah, I think this is good. I am happy with what I have. You know, I'm extremely happy. I'm being honest. I'm not depressed. I'm not upset about it. But, you know, you gotta run to the finish line. You're like, oh, you're so close. You're like, you're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And so, like, you know, the difference is, you know, it's like, man, 1,000 subs in a day is quite spectacular, you know? So, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going a little on the tough side. You won't hear me say subs ever again very much in a live stream, I promise. First it was to get me to 40,000. Now it just came up to being like, man, I just realized I've almost gained 1,000 today. So, but yeah, we're gonna just do a full overview before I close down, so we can just see with what the model is showing, and then I will seriously shut my mouth. I will. If not, you can tell me to shut up, and then I will head off. Okay, I won't get mad. All right, so just to overview really quickly with this storm. The storm is way up here right now. This cold, reinforcing amount of cold air is coming out of Cheyenne, and then it's dropping down into Oklahoma. There is the Arctic front. You can see that boundary. See it right there? There's your Arctic reinforcing boundary moving over Pampa, Texas at around 4 p.m. tomorrow. And this is going to get further south, and as it does, you're going to start seeing that snow. That rain to turn over to freezing rain, over to sleet, and then right over to snow. So yeah, don't freak out if you start off with rain and you call me a liar because the winter storm just started, right? So this is going to be 10 p.m. tomorrow where Houston gets rain, and then Houston is going to transition over to freezing rain at around 3 in the morning. So give it about 4 or 5 hours and you're going to start that. And then by the time you wake up for your morning commute, you're going to have snow start to accumulate on the roadways. There's going to be snow, and there's a lot of people that are down here that have subscribed to me and that are watching this live stream right now. And yeah, most of you are in the blue by about 6 in the morning. And there's your snow. It's 12 degrees in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. Oh my goodness, it's cold. Hey! Wolf Piano. Could snow reach Tampa, Florida? No. We do have a verified channel in the chat right now. This guy has almost... Oh, oops. Holy cow, I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Right in the front of his channel. So yeah, congratulations on 475,000 subscribers. Man, I cannot wait to get the verification check mark. That's once I hit 100,000. That will be exciting. So yeah, it's gonna be bad. This is gonna be a very big situation, a historic snowstorm for southeastern Texas, Houston, Texas, Lake Charles, Lafayette. Yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna be surprised. You're really gonna be surprised. And hey, if you only get 3 inches, all I ask is no one call me a hyper or call me hyped up. David hyped this up. David's a liar. No, forecasts are not perfect. Like, just because on this forecast there won't be snow in Hazelhurst, this is only on one model. Okay, models are not perfect. Well, let me just tell you that. But I wanted to show you something really cool too for a while here. Not for a while, but for a bit. See this little boundary right here? I don't know if you guys could really see that very well on the stream. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Right on the back side of this, you will literally be surprised on how strong the winds actually are. Behind this cold front, there are winds almost up to 70 miles an hour. 50 to 60-ish, actually 50 to 60 miles an hour. Quite close to hurricane force. Right along, right behind this boundary. The winds are extremely strong on the backside of this, coming in out of the northerly direction. So you can see this boundary, this squall line that develops over the Gulf. You can see how that all evolves right there. Ooh boy, folks, 10 more subs before the goal is reached. Sorry, we are so dang close. So dang close. And then I will leave. I will leave. But I'm not leaving until we get there, so. That gives more question time, you know? I'm wondering if New Jersey will get a real dumping before the end of the season. You just had snow, Kristen. You guys just had snow over there. Oh, well, you're probably wondering in general. New Jersey just had snow. So I think what you had there, I would say probably another major snowstorm will happen, more likely in February. We can do it. Let's. But I don't like apologizing so much, but I do apologize if you guys feel like I am begging. I am not trying to sound like that. Sometimes when you're so close to something, it's like running track, you know, running in a race. You literally were an inch away from being in first place. Like, people stick their hands out like, he's in. first place kind of thing. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like so close to cutting the ribbon, the 1K mark that I gained today. Believe me, this is the most you'll hear me ask for you all to subscribe, literally. And then I will shut my mouth up for the foreseeable future. But once we get close to 50,000, then I'll kind of do the same thing again. Like, you guys, we're so close. How far west do you see snow for North Carolina? I think it's going to snow south of Fayetteville, and then into Jacksonville, you're going to get snow, of course. Myrtle Beach, Charleston, you're going to get a lot of snow. Well, not a lot, but like 4 or 5 inches. Well, that's a lot, depending on your perspective. Everyone has their different perspective. But I love you guys. I love ya. It's called being persistent, not desperation or begging. Well, I don't want to feel desperate. You know, I do enjoy what I do. I really do. And you guys can tell. You guys can tell. But sometimes when you're just like, you're like that far away, you know, it's like, we can do it. What is causing this storm, by the way? That's a good question. You know what? What is causing this storm to develop? It is this trough. Yeah, it is this trough right in here. It's really not a dynamic situation, but what we have, you know what? Let me use the 500 volt max chart. So what you have here is this is a vorticity plot. Now, I don't show this in my videos because people want the basics. I don't want to throw people information what vorticity is, because I've noticed that people love my videos a lot more that I'm just being basic. I'm being basic and quick. That's why my videos end up being like 12 minutes long, sometimes 10 minutes long, sometimes 15 minutes long. So what this is how much spin there is in the atmosphere relative to movement. So the redder colors indicate more spin. The lesser orange and green colors indicate lesser spin. But this is where we have upper level energy. So we have a little bit of upper level energy here. We have more upper level energy right here. This is a part of that long wave trough that is skirting on through. You can even see it right here, this PVU streamer that is arcing across the 4 corners. That's giving Southern California, by the way, these damaging offshore winds. We're going to see very dangerous winds for tomorrow as that trough moves through. And then as this ejects into the plains, you can see what's going to end up happening. Now, there's not enough upper level support. Like, we're not seeing like a ball of energy that's ejecting out of New Mexico. Otherwise, this would be a much more dynamic system. Instead, what we're seeing is just a little bit of subtle ascent within the right front quadrant of this long wave PVU streamer. So we're seeing a little bit of lift. And when you get an Arctic front that comes out of the north like this, and you get the warmer air coming off the Gulf, it's actually going to collide, and that will induce a little bit of confluence at the surface and divergence aloft, and you lower the heights. With time, you lower the pressures, and you get a surface low that typically develops underneath this. And as we go forward, that's what's going to end up happening. But notice how the upper level energy kind of doesn't phase up completely. It falls apart a little bit. And then as we go forward, that moves offshore. So this is not a very dynamic situation, but instead we are seeing a lot of moisture advection or what we call isotropic ascent, where we have warmer air off the Gulf that overrides the colder air because your air is denser, right? So what's going to end up happening is that warmer air is going to want to come up and over, and that's a form of lift in the atmosphere. When you lift that parcel to the saturation point, you rise it to great depths, you get precipitation. So that's what that is. That's moving through. And then you're probably asking, but David, what about this trough? Why is this not going to give a whole lot of energy? Well, because the air mass is so cold in the wake of what we're seeing. So you can kind of imagine there's not going to be a whole lot of moisture return in the wake of this Arctic outbreak. And therefore, you're not going to get anything too organized. You're really not. This air mass is so dry to begin with. In fact, if we look at our moisture plot at 500 millibars, this is really dry. This is not something that meteorologists want to see if they're tracking a winter storm. This is a really dry jet streak and not much lift being pulled into the system. So therefore, we're not going to see a whole lot of seriousness as far as winter weather-mageddon by the middle to the end of next week. Now, after that remains uncertain. It looks like we may try getting something if there is enough air mass recovery. In other words, we get enough moisture and warmer air streaming northward ahead of the next trough, and that's what would more likely trigger another system. But again, these are coming out of the northwest, and they don't have a whole lot of moisture with them. Really limited moisture associated with these Arctic air masses. Colder air holds lesser moisture than warmer air does. That's why, during hurricanes, you'll get a lot more rainfall. But if the hurricane was extremely cold, if they ever existed in theoretical terms, it wouldn't bring as much rain because it takes more moisture to I can't even speak. It's complicated. Physics is complicated with these kind of things. All right. And then after that, we'll see. This is always crazy, the models this far out with everything. Maybe another Arctic outbreak, we will see, but very far out to tell if that's actually going to happen. However, there is a lot of jet stream energy right here, though. There is a ton of energy, but it's pretty zonal. So when it's zonal like this, you're not going to get a whole lot of dynamics either. You want a jet stream. You want things to be progressive. You want what you want for active weather, essentially, is you want a trough in the west and southwesterly flow in the Midwest and the Northeast, because then what you're going to be able to do is get these Colorado Rocky lows to develop, and they move out like this instead of our lows doing this, nosediving, right? So remember, Canada is up here. It's cold and dry. Down here, it's more moist and warm. So you can kind of think about it. Southwesterly flow aloft. In this configuration, you get lows that move this way, right? They're going to pull in more moisture off the Gulf, and that's how you get more bigger systems. That's how we could run into severe weather concerns under a southwesterly flow instead of a northwesterly flow. In other words, too, when you get southwesterly flow, you tend to advect warmer air too. So look at all above average temperatures for early February on this model. But this has been going back and forth, but it has been showing a warm-up, hopefully. So a lot of you all are excited for that. But that doesn't always mean that, just because it warms up, we won't get storms. We could have severe weather. We could have impressive winter storms like this one. It's all about air masses, dynamics in the atmosphere that come together for such systems. All right. Wow, I think I did good at explaining that. And we are 7 subscribers away. Thank you. What's up, Cheese Hand Cook? How are you doing? I'm in the Central Valley native as well. Good to see you live. What part of the Central Valley, Chase Hamcock? What part of the Central Valley? If you're up there, like in the northern tier, like northern Sacramento Valley, it's gonna be a really windy one tomorrow. It's gonna be really windy. Interestingly enough, we're not gonna be seeing winds where I'm at, but up here to the north, these winds are gonna be pretty strong, even in the Sierra. This Arctic air is gonna spill over into the, over the Sierras. And by the way, from a historical standpoint, our air pressure is also going to be very high too. 1,037 millibars potentially as we go into Tuesday morning. That's record-breaking air pressure. That's 30.60 inches for California standards. That is very high pressure. You're in Modesto. Dude, you're so close to me. Wow. By the way, how was the weather? Was there fog this morning? Actually, I can check that already. We had the fog was so bad yesterday where I was. Oh, you barely had any fog today. But there should be fog tonight. Fog will be an issue again overnight tonight, as the air mass is still a little saturated because of the onshore breeze that we've had. And that has cooled, and we get to the dew point. Also, Lake Don Pedro, very, very light fog. So, oh wait, you're in the foothills, so you're in Don Pedro. So that is over here. Lake Don Pedro. That's New Melonius Lake. Don Pedro, so yeah, you're over here. So you're near Granite Springs. Yeah, it's 41 degrees right there now. Geez, nice. That is, wow, you're really close to where I'm at. Oh, Lake McClare. You're by Lake McClare. Okay. So Lake McClare is over here. You know what? There is a fire alert camera over there, and I always use that to see if there's fog forming. So I know this area pretty good, actually. Cathy's Valley. Yeah. I know a lot about California because I was born and raised in California. So, yeah. We need rain. We need rain so bad. But yeah, for your weather forecast, Chase, you might be waking up to morning fog in the morning with temperatures in the 30s. Tomorrow will be a fairly mild day as high pressure does build in as we have a little bit of a ridge. Low-level temperatures come up a little bit tomorrow, so we should have temperatures in the foothills in the mid to upper 50s, low 60s in the valley, and then the fog problems do go away because that north wind, that offshore flow increases, and that will actually bring in drier air, and that means colder nights are anticipated. What's going to happen in the Woodlands, Texas? By the way, I do have a YouTube channel, Chase, another one. It's called Sacramento Weather Center. I am not looking into doing much with that right now at the moment. But I did upload there for a time on that channel. So for Woodlands, Texas, you might get a flurry. You might get some flurries. Maybe for Tuesday, early Tuesday morning. But I mean, a dusting or less. I wouldn't even worry about it. It's not even a snowstorm. You're not going to get hardly anything. I know a lot about California here as well. Born and raised here. I've been watching you for years now. Oh, you're awesome. Wow, we have a loyal viewer from my home state. I love that. We relate. We do relate to the same weather. You're only like 20 miles from where I am at. We're really close. Yeah, it's north of Houston. So yeah, you're not going to get a whole lot. Oh, it's 30 minutes north of Houston. So there's a different woodland. Yeah, so 30 minutes, it's probably a little town. So yeah, then you would be, oh yeah, there it is. There's the woodlands. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I guess I kept out I said it many times. I kept out the in that. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of snow then. Never mind. There's too many woodlands in Texas. See? I'm not from Texas. I wish I was, but I'm not. But yeah, you're going to start off with rain, transition to freezing rain, sleet, and then snow. That's your forecast for Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. Jacksonville, Florida, I'm really worried about roads. Yeah, you should be. You should be because there is going to be a lot of ice. Eric. They're calling for 35 inches of local of the Woodlands, Texas. Just a dusting. Thanks. No, sorry. That was okay, there's the Woodlands up here too. Okay, so if we go to the Woodlands, there is, see, I put in Woodland, Texas. That's the problem. I put in Woodland, Texas, and it brought me up to here. I did not have in the word the. That's why. So there is a Woodland, Texas up here. So I got confused. So down here, the Woodlands will get up to 6 inches of snow. 5 to 6 inches. Sorry about the confusion, Eric. Hopefully you're not upset. Hopefully you don't hate my channel because of that. Because I'm sorry. There is 3 woodlands in Texas. The Woodlands near Houston, Woodland in northern Texas, and then there's another woodland near Amarillo. So yeah, it's just so many woodlands. Maybe Texas should be wood after all. Oh, thank you, Chase. That means a lot. That right there means a lot. By the way, Chase, do you have Discord by any chance? Do you have Discord? I mean, if you don't know what Discord actually is, that's fine. This is Discord right here. So, oops. This is Discord. I don't have a server, but I am part of different servers. So, this is what Discord actually is. You can add me as a friend, and then we can start talking. Oh, you do have a Discord. Okay. So my handle name on Discord is @DavidSchlotthauer. It is literally, let me copy my handle. It is literally this right here. This is who I am right here. This is me. So if you want to add me, that's how you do it. Hey, King, if you want to help me build a server, you can. But, I mean, I worry that drama is going to spill. And I don't want drama to spill. I want to try to be as, not really independent, but I want to just, I mean, not that I don't want to, but it's like, the weather community on Discord can be a little, you know what I mean? It can be a little bad sometimes. It can be a little bad. King, yeah, let's just say, King, let me just give you the truth. My servers have not been successful. That's why. Especially after the server wars, the drama in the weather community, it's been a problem. People are busy with lives and stuff. But if you think You want to help out? You got to add me on Discord. Just add me. If you really want to pursue this and persod it, then contact me. Sweet Chase, this is gonna be great. Oh my goodness. Got another local. I got a few locals that I talked to. Ronald, I talked to Abby, and I talked to you now. So we got 3 locals. Adriana used to be here. I don't know where she's been. But she's also local. But yeah, this is my handle. I'm King. That's my handle on Discord. Again, if you want to pursue this, you can. I don't have much time to do it tonight, so. And actually, I need to talk to my friend Chase, so I don't even know if he's on. I am pretty busy, so I will try to look at DMs as much as I can. I'll be on a little bit tonight after, though. Welcome aboard, King. There you go. I have accepted your friend request, so that's good. And I just said hello to you, so hello, King. Nice animation profile picture. But I just want a successful server with not much. Basically, the issue here is I did not have the staff that, well, I don't want to call people out, but my staff that run the servers in the past were just not, they were just, I don't know, just hard to get along with, in other words. And that's the hard part. Like, running a server is finding the right people to do it. Just finding the people who I can trust and everything. Because I do want to have a server. I want to talk to you all. But it only works out if we have a good community. We work together. Dream work makes a team work. And a teamwork makes a dream work. Two more subs. 2 more lucky subscribers. Who will those 2 be? Houston will get snow. And a lot of it. A lot of snow. You know what? I'm going to go live until midnight. We're going to go live until whatever. We're going to just end strong tonight. Not because of the sub number, but we're close to midnight. We are literally close to midnight. Well, actually, it's 11:03. Never mind. No, I thought it was my vision. I have terrible vision. It's 11:03, so no, never mind. I'm not going to go until midnight. Thought it was like 11:30. No drama llama. Oh my gosh. I love the rhyme. Made up rhyme. No drama llama bomba. Drama llama bomba, comma, sama, dama, ama. Whatever it is. I don't even know if ama or dama is a word. Gonna be impactful, yes. And also, you get the latest updates on the winter weather too. And Chase. There we go. Thank you, Chase. Oh, nice. That's great, King. Send you over the next everything you need over the next couple of days. I do know how to create a Discord server. I do know how pretty well to do it. But of course, the help is needed to create roles, and things need to be structured. It's a structure. You need to develop the proper structure in order. It's like starting an engine. What do you need to start an engine? You need gasoline and you need a spark plug. In order to start a Discord server, you need the right staff, you need the right roles, you need to have the right channels and structure so it looks good. Because I'm at almost 41,000 subs, so I am going to need to push it. I thought I could get away without running it, without having to start a Discord server until 50,000, but it's like, all right, I guess we're going to have to try to start this. But I'm letting you all know this is my last Discord server. If any drama or anything breaks out, that will be the end of it. I will not have a Discord server ever again. Oh, good. It went through. Thought it didn't go through. All right. Any last questions at all? Are you on Facebook? Yes, I am. Weather Force 2024. I have not posted on there because, again, I've been really dedicated on YouTube. I mean, I've taken all of my focus away from other social medias, and I've been doing YouTube. So I do Facebook updates. The last one I did was on the 30th, but I do Sacramento Weather Center. This is my Facebook page. I don't really want to give out my personal Facebook, because I'm not even on there in the first place talking to people very much. I should get into that a little more. My former friends that I've known since high school, I'm friends with, but that's why I have Discord. Discord is for my friends off of YouTube. And then, of course, you can follow me here on Sacramento Weather Center. I need to get this graphic back, though, the 7-day forecast. That's what I used to make, pretty much. And then it just kind of faded away. I kind of faded away from this. But I am going to try to get back into it. I am. That is my Facebook at Weather Force 2024. That's when the Facebook page was established. So, yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, you're more than happy to help, Jeremiah. Chamberlain. I love your name, by the way, Jeremiah. Nice biblical Bible name in the Bible, in the Holy Bible. So I love that. That's one of my favorite names, actually, Jeremiah. Jedediah, Josiah, like all the Oias. Love it. Hey, my name's in the Bible too. The book of David, you can read about it. And if you're active enough, Jeremiah, because my streams are getting more traffic, I will add you as a moderator. But again, low and slow. Got to get to know you really well first and establish that friendship. And then once that completes, once my moderators can trust you, then we will put you onto the team. I have a Jeremiah Jr. and a... Oh, nice. Okay. But I do love you guys. I appreciate all the support, even in the middle of the night. I mean, like I said, my video yesterday for a lot of you, because it's Eastern time already. Well, you're in Eastern time watching this. My video yesterday, I'm just thankful and blessed. It's not easy staying up almost all night making a YouTube video. And it did really well. It really paid off. And because of that, All right. Because of that, I can't guarantee it all the time. For a lot of those people that are still watching this, my upload times have been reconfigured. So instead of uploading like at 2 or 3 in the afternoon and it's been waffling back and forth, I am now going to be uploading at around between 6 and 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That is going to be around 10 and 11 o'clock Eastern Time, followed by, if there's a morning video, that would come out at around 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning. So mark those down. 7 p.m. Between 6 and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this would be the same time in Pacific Daylight Time, all right, because the models would already be in. And then between 1:30 and 2 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. All right, so that times it well for the people that wake up in the morning to commute to work. They're able to see my video. And then right before a lot of you guys go to bed, that times it out really well. So that's where I'm going to fit my upload schedule in. If it's just one video, it's going to be scheduled at around 6 p.m. All right, every day. If it's just one video. But if it's two, then that 1:30, 2 in the morning video is included. All right. Basically, what I did this morning, what I've done over the last few days, is basically what I'm going to be doing in the future. Because at the end of the day, and I shouldn't share this with any of you, there is a lot of competition. The weather community right now, since I've started on YouTube nearly 7 years ago, is so saturated. There's so much competition. And so I've developed this strategy, first come, first serve, and, All right. I think that's it. It is 11:15, and I'll tell you, thank you guys for subscribing. If you have not already, I do appreciate all the subscriptions, folks. I mean, this is... Praise the Lord on that. So thank you guys for the subscriptions. We did it. We did it tonight. I am very blessed and happy and cannot wait to talk to you guys in my next video. And actually, well, I'm going to go live. I don't think a morning video is needed. I don't think so. Snowfall totals at this time are well situated. Everything hasn't changed much. I think we're looking pretty good. So I don't think I'll have a morning video that is 4:30 to 5 in the morning, but instead I will have an mid-afternoon, late afternoon live stream like I did today. And believe me, I promise, count me on it, folks. I will not be asking you all to subscribe millions of times. Once every hour, I will remind you all to please subscribe, but not every 5 or 2 minutes, all right? Okay, I think that is going to do it. Big hug, folks. Thank you all very much, and I'll tell you, you know what? This room is going to be a lot more colorful tomorrow. A lot more colorful. I can't wait. Peace out, folks. Bum, bum, bum. Let's end it with a little bit of a little tone. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Or see you later on today. Peace out.